Shalom, Jamal Bey. How you doing? All right. I'm going to wait for more people to come in. Um, how you doing, Deadshot? Black Rain, Dwayne Williams. Shalom, family. All right. We're just going to wait for a few more people to show. Shalom, family. Well, let's see here. Hi, KD. What's up?
Hey, Lisa, how you doing?
Oh, I'm hanging in there. We're in another heat wave.
Yeah, it's starting to look that way up here too, Lisa.
Yeah. So, because we lost power the last time, I am a little nervous, but, I'm just going to keep my faith in the Most High.
That's all we can do.
Yeah. Oh, boy. What a week. What a week. This has been crazy out here.
Yeah, it's been a big one.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some of the current events that's been happening out here. And, Trump out here bugging out, but nobody is really shocked about Trump. Trump is a big dickhead.
Yeah, he definitely is that.
Yeah. And, I'm getting tired of our people acting like they are astonished by racism. You should be used to this stuff by now. Okay.
I don't see how they think. Oh, it ended. Who told that lie?
Yeah. And not only that, Trump was like this long before he got in the White House. He was like this long before. Because I'm in New Jersey, we get a lot of New York news. Oh, I heard all kinds of things about him over the years that were racist. Trump is just being Trump.
Basically.
Yeah, it's no shock here. So first up, let's see here. First up is Trump attacking a black district in Maryland, calling it crime infested, worst run, most dangerous city in the US, which it's not. So he's saying this because over the last few days, he's been lashing out at Elijah Cummings. So he's now attacking the district that he's from. And, I don't give a damn about Elijah Cummings. He don't even talk about black folks. But he's making a direct attack on a black community. And Trump has a lot of nerve. Now, most of us know about New York. New York is not the safest city, and that's where Trump is from. That's not a safe city. There's a lot of murders and everything going on where he comes from. So, I mean, it takes a lot of nerve, but this is the kind of things you can expect from Trump. So, of course, people from that part of Baltimore, they are offended that he would make that kind of statement. But look at what he's been saying over the past few days to those women. Go back to where you came from. Where the fuck do these white people think they came from? Where do they think they came from?
I don't get it, Lisa. I don't get it. They must think they came from something clean, but we all know where they really came from. What if we all banded up and said, oh, they need to go back to their fucking caves? They'll be screaming up to the top of the hill, Lisa.
Yeah, and not to mention, KD, on that Mayflower that came over here were a bunch of criminals and prostitutes. Okay, that's what they are the offspring of. These folks don't come from, it's not like they came over here floating from elite families. These people were poor and destitute over there in England, where they came out of. They were broke. They were poor. They were being oppressed and subjugated. So they got on them ships and came over here to get away from that. You didn't get the cream of the crop. You got criminals. That's what came over here, criminals.
Yeah, the original criminals, and these are the same bastards that stuck up the Indians to take it over.
Yeah. So it's a lot to be said. And you got to remember too, KD, Trump is a first generation. His parents came over here from Germany. They came over here. So literally, Trump is a first generation American in his family. There are black people, and you know this, that's been in this country for several generations. Many of us predate Trump's existence here in America. So when you say go back from where you came from, well, where the fuck did you come from? It is just ridiculous with all that mess. And now you got the trolls running around here saying all that crap. They're now out here saying that same thing. And do they even realize most Black Americans are descendants of the people that predates them? There's a lot of Black people in this country that predates these white people being here. It's a fact.
And as a matter of fact, Lisa, we was actually here first.
We were actually first on the whole globe, KD. There is no spot on this globe that we were not first in.
Because if history tells me correct, we were the first royals that were here. We were the first to even teach them how to fucking live, like take a bath.
Yeah, basic stuff. It's even in recorded history that the Moors had to take baths in front of them because they thought the bath water was going to kill them. They were going to die from water. they thought they were going to die from water. So the Moors used to bathe twice a day. So they would literally get the bathtub, fill it up, and wash in front of them to show nothing was going to happen to them to bathe. That is disgusting.
But
You
then
know?
they want to tell. But then they want to tell us go back somewhere. Why don't they go crawl back in their fucking caves and stink that joint up like they used to be do before?
Yeah. You know, and the thing is, KD, we taught them everything they know. We literally taught them everything they know. I mean, literally. Even in recorded history, it was Moses and Israelites that found them up in those caves. And it's recorded that when they saw them, they didn't know what color they were because they had so much built up dirt on their bodies. You could not even recognize what color they were until after they were bathed. But they literally didn't. They said when they were walking around in that place, they saw mountains. And when they took a closer look, it was a pile of shit. It was piled up so high, it looked like a mountain. Okay, that's the kind of conditions they were living in.
Yeah, it sure as hell wasn't no high rises with tea crumpets and all that bullshit they talk about now.
Yeah, well, see, all that stuff is stolen, KD. All of it is stolen. Remember, anything, if you steal a country, anything that you achieve on that land is stolen. All of it is stolen.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's the only thing that they know how to do is steal. They never built any damn thing from the mountaintop. I mean, I can't even think of what they built, Lisa. Can you think of anything they built?
Nothing. Because when you remember, we were the original inventors and builders of this nation. Plain and simple. We were the original. So no, nothing. You know, but see, all of the inventions, they claim they did it because they owned the slave, which is bullshit. Either your two hands made that invention or it didn't. But that's how they try to justify stealing our inventions. And it's a dumb justification. If you didn't put your two hands on that invention and build it, you didn't do shit. Plain and simple. You know, and there's a reason why they wanted to own the patents office. They wanted to own that so they could steal everything.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like we come up with the shit and then they go right around there and fucking get the pads and then just rob it from us. That's the only thing they know how to do.
Yeah.
They invented a way to steal something. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And, you know, we know the truth. That's one thing. The truth has been recorded on who these Black inventors were. So, you know, in all honesty, all of the lying is for no reason. We still know the truth. We still know who the real inventors are. You know, every time you get behind the wheel of a car, a Black man invented that. Every time you look up at that traffic light, and here's the funny part, Katie, the traffic lights in this country are all African colors. Look at the colors of the light and just go up and pull up African flags. They are the exact same color, red, yellow, and green.
Yep, sure is.
Go look at those African flags. These dummies don't even know those are African colors. Those color combinations are all African.
All of them.
And why would they come up with lights and put African colors up there? You have to ask yourself. And I'm glad our inventors did things like that because those are clear indications that it didn't come from them. Your refrigerator, a Black man. Refrigerated trucks, a Black man. Potato chips, a Black man. The light bulb, a Black man. Okay. Everything, the cotton gin, Jack Daniels, everything. But they put their name on it because, you know, that was their slave, and anything the slave did, that belonged to the owner. Fuck you. You didn't do it. You didn't do the work. Okay? Every invention that we made, KD, furthered humanity. Everything they came up with, guns, nuclear weapons, destroys humanity.
Same thing with right now. Same thing with right now. They talking about all the guns and you know what gun they go pull on this country or that country. Now you coming to find out that North Korea got bigger and better guns.
Mm-hmm. You know, any country that knows America's reputation and they give up their nukes, they got to be out of their minds. They got to be out of their minds because America has proven it just goes around destroying any country that they think they can steal resources from.
Yeah, but we all know that's running out. North Korea ain't having that shit.
No, there's some countries they just can't get nukes away from. They want it away from those Iranians badly. But Iran, you can tell they are not giving up nothing.
As a matter of fact, Lisa, I saw a video where actually Iran and North Korea were actually shooting their rockets in the air.
Yeah, I know. I saw the one on North Korea. I did see that. You know, I did see that. And remember, you know, they are going to kick off this war with Iran. It's going to be, you know, the Iranians are the biblical Persians. So the wars are going to come. They're going to come. There is no avoiding it.
Yeah, and Lisa, it's all been prophesied. You know with the Gog and Magog. I mean, it's all set up. It's all set up to start. And America, as we know it, as Babylon, as many people call it, is destined to lose.
Yeah. I mean, look, right now, KD, with all the stuff going on, it's a dying culture. There's a reason why Trump is screaming all this, go back where you come from and all this stuff, because they have been trying to coerce us off of this land for a long time so that they could really completely have it and make it an all-white nation and all that stuff. And it's never worked, you know, because the bottom line is this is our land. There are people standing on Europe. That's our land. That's the way I see it. The people in Australia, South Africa, that's our land. All of it's our land. All of it.
The ironic thing is, Lisa, they try to tell us to get off their own quote unquote land, but yet they're the ones that's dying in droves.
Right. And remember, the Most High never gave them land. Okay. And that's very telling too, KD, because think about this. The humans on the earth all got land, right? Anything that's not human did not get land. So what category would they be in?
The not human.
Right. They were never given land. And when they started going around stealing the land, they went to every single landmass that was owned by Judah, that the Most High gave to Judah,
to
the children of Israel. Those are all the land masses they ran around stealing.
Oh, yes, they did.
And remember, lions they're in Africa. They're on the land, but they don't own the land. They were in those caves, right?
Yes, they were.
Owned the land. Land was only given to humans. So always remember that. So if you don't see them with land, what does that make them? What does it make them if they don't own land?
They're definitely not the humans.
Right. Exactly. And that's what you got to open your eyes and see. The Most High do not recognize them as human. That's why they were not given any land, and they were in one of the most desolate places on the face of the earth. They were in those high rocky caves. That's where they were. They were in an area that did not grow a lot of vegetation. They didn't have a lot of herds of animals. They didn't have nothing.
Not a damn thing.
You know, they literally had to go out just like the animals in Africa go out hunting for their food. That's the only way they had to, that's the only way they could feed themselves.
Right.
Right, Mount Seir. Mount Seir. And it still looks the same way. Now, don't you find it strange that even when they go vacation, they love going to the Caribbean and Africa? How come they don't like to go back to Mount Seir and spend the week there?
It reminds them of their real past, Lisa. They don't like going back to shit that haunts them.
Yeah,
That's where they came from, Lisa.
right. Now, what resources are in Mount Seir?
Not a damn ounce.
Right. Right. So what they did was they ultimately stole what they didn't have.
Exactly. Which was everything that we had.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's why they do it. You know, Mount Seir had nothing. Just a bunch of just a very rocky area.
And the only thing that they actually owned was mountains and shit. But that's really it.
Yeah, that's it. You know, and ladies and gentlemen, in the Bible, it is prophesied that when they get off of this land, the Most High will give us everything back. So we're going to get our reparations. He's getting everything that they took from us is coming back. This is why he says we're going to be richer than nations, and we will be. And they are going to go back to where they started, broken, poor, and without resources. Everything's going to be stripped from them. They're going to even get cut off from all of those resources that they're stealing out of Africa. They're going to get cut off from that too.
Because I remember this scripture, Joshua 6:19, pretty much saying that everything they stole, the Most High is going to take from them and give it right to us.
That's right. That's right. And remember, when they came over on those ships, they were broke and poor. The only resources they had were nasty clothes and mice.
Oh yeah, ugly ass hair on their back.
Mm-hmm. I mean, all of the mice that are running around in this country, those are the mice that came over here on those ships.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and the same damn rats that are running around in Baltimore look just like them.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, most of them are those Norwegian rats, KD. That's what they are. They came over here on them ships. And the thing is, we didn't have a land full of rats like you see today. Them things weren't even here. All right, okay. So when you see those rats, that is really solidifying their existence here. They brought them things here. This land did not have rats.
Oh no. We came with order of cleanliness. We came with order. We came with class. We didn't come with no dirt.
We sure didn't. We didn't have no diseased animals like that around us, y'all. We didn't have no roaches. All of them roaches that you see today, that came from Europe.
Mm-hmm.
All of these mice and rats, that came from Europe.
Yeah, talk about a real ghetto. Actually, they brought the ghetto here, actually.
Yeah, well, KD, they created the ghetto through redlining. That's how the ghettos were created. They forced us into certain areas, and then white people went into other areas. And you can literally see it when you look at the map from the banks. The banks came up with that. But they did create the ghetto through redlining. Yep. Yeah.
With all this infestation coming from England, you know, with all the filth and everything, the very filth that Trump's talking about, they actually brought that shit over here. So
Right.
actually, Trump is dissing his own past.
Well, KD, history is repeating itself. Go look at the areas they're gentrifying. The people are complaining that the rats are out of control in the streets in the areas that they're gentrifying. History is actually repeating itself.
Oh, yes, it is, Lisa. And they bringing that nasty shit everywhere they go. Everywhere they go.
That's why the rats are coming out like mad up in New York, because the more they gentrify the places, the more the rats are running out to the streets. And everywhere, because I was talking to LVZ, even where he was up there in Maryland, he said the rats are running around like crazy. Every place they came to gentrify, the rats are now out of control in those areas. History is literally repeating itself.
Mm-hmm. You might as well start saying like where there's a rat, there's a pale face.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what's happening now. And New York, they were showing the rats. I even showed the video in my the news video inside of mine. And people were walking. They said when you turn the corner, the rats are scurrying around everywhere. And all of those streets that they are running amok on have been gentrified. And they said before these people came to gentrify, it wasn't like that before. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that at all.
So the same shit they started from England, now they bring it over here with this bullshit gentrification.
Yeah.
And then want to tell us, oh, they're the moral, classy, clean people, but yet they brought all that fucking dirt and infestation over here.
Right.
Get the hell out of here.
That's okay. We gonna put that infestation on the boats with them and get them out of here. That's what we gonna do. They gonna take everything they brought here back with them.
Oh Lord, that'll be a beautiful day to go right back to their field. That'll be lovely.
Yeah, I mean, everything that don't belong around us, all of those things are going to be taken away. You know, like I said, we weren't living around in squalor with a bunch of rats. We were.
Oh no, we wasn't. We were not.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's how they were living, and that, in fact, that's how they got that bubonic plague, living around a infestation of mice that got out of control, and their asses didn't even have sense enough to just move to another location. They stayed and lived in it and then got sick and died. When you read about, the ancient cultures of those times in Africa, because they were like, why didn't the African people get the bubonic plague? The reason why they didn't get it, y'all, because when the villages got overran by mice, they would pack up and just move the village somewhere else. So they never got sick from that. That's how the Africans never got sick from it.
Wow.
But see, they continued to live in squalor, and they kept trying to live their life and eat around all the mice infestation. That's why they all got sick and died like that.
Mm-hmm.
They could have up and just moved to another part where it was cleaner, but they chose to stay and live in squalor.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what they did.
All right, KD. Now let me see if I can share this with you. All right. All right, hopefully you can all see this. I got some videos coming out later on today about this. But now I just want to explain this to y'all. I hope you can see. Can y'all all see my screen? Can you see my screen?
It's a little sketchy.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right, let me just go to this. All right, KD, here's what happened. Someone found a bald eagle, and I said this is symbolic to what's going to happen to America. Somebody found a bald eagle shot to death in Pennsylvania. Now, bald eagles are a protected species. Okay, this bird literally got more protection than us in the Black community getting shot unarmed. So whenever you shoot a bald eagle, I don't know if many of you know this, whenever you shoot a bald eagle, you go to jail for that. But shooting a Black man, woman, or child in the back, no jail. Go figure. Damn. And on top of that, the eagle is a scavenger bird. It's a scavenger bird. Y'all know what an eagle is? It is a rat with wings. That's literally what it is. It's a rat with wings. But that rat with wings, which is a scavenger bird, shalom, Brenda Hill, this eagle, which as far as I'm concerned, it's a scavenger bird, it is a rat with wings, gets more protection under the law than us. You know, I don't know if you know that, KD.
You know, the thing that kills me is that, you know, they love to protect everything else but us. Right. Everything from Maria and Miguel and now to birds and dogs and cats. I mean, it's like they protected everything but us.
Right. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, same with seagulls. But yeah, see, this eagle is a symbol of the U.S. And they make such a big deal out of anything that happens to them. Okay, one got shot in Pennsylvania. Okay, you know, what are you going to do? And they're like, they're looking for the person that did it. I don't know who's going to come forward and say, hey, I did it. Not unless somebody was with that person and they are admitting it, you know, or they rat on them or something. But yeah, see, this is how they go all out for an American eagle. And they even passed statutes across the country, federal law, to protect the bald eagle. And this statute was passed back in 1940, and it's still in effect for this bald eagle.
And me just looking at this bald eagle down on the grass, Lisa, I think it represents their end.
That's what I'm saying, KD. I said it's symbolic to what's to come. Absolutely. It's definitely symbolic to what's to come. You know, but scavenger birds are actually things that will steal prey from other birds, or it'll eat something that's already dead, you know, because they're lazy. They're lazy and don't want to do no real hunting. That's what.
I think I'm smelling a correlation with that bird. I think it's connected to those non-humans that we just talked about, Lisa.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, you know, that's why I said they're like a rat with wings. That's what I consider that bird. I don't think it's sacred nothing. You got to realize anything that's a scavenger is not on the top of the food chain. You know?
That's right.
Those animals are not on the top of the food chain. It's like comparing a lion with a hyena. You know, hyenas are scavengers. They go behind anything. They'll eat a rotted carcass. They'll eat anything, you know? Where a lion, whatever the lion eats, it has to be fresh. It's got to be a fresh kill for lions to eat it.
Just like these non-humans went over here and you know, raided those Indians, you know, for any part, for anything that they wanted. They looked at an Indian as a what? Fresh kill, just like the damn bird.
Yeah, I mean, Christopher Clipper, yeah, pigeons are they're like rats with wings. Yeah, they're scavengers too. Pigeons are definitely scavengers. Them damn suckers will eat. You can drop a sandwich on the ground and them damn things will go crazy eating it. Yeah, they're scavengers. They'll eat anything. Yeah. Hyenas are, yeah, And you notice how also, KD, the Most High made the scavengers, animals of the world look real ugly. You notice that? Look at them vultures. Look at the vulture. You ever notice all the animals that are scavengers are real ugly looking?
Oh yeah, they're very ugly looking. Yes, they are.
Yeah, the hyena is a scavenger. It's ugly.
Oh, extremely ugly. Whew.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, virtually everything that's a scavenger, he made those animals look really ugly. Vultures are scavengers. They're ugly when you look at them. They're ugly looking birds.
Yeah, they definitely don't pass no damn beauty pageant. I'll tell you that straight up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hyenas are ugly.
Straight ugly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I actually watched footage of bald eagle, and birds were carrying prey, and they were in the air fighting the birds to try to get their prey away from them because they're lazy. They don't want to hunt. They want somebody else to do the hunting, and they just steal it.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I mean, they want to talk about, they all want to talk about they got all the cute. They look at all the cute creatures, but look at the very people they act like. They act like the very ugly looking vultures and hyenas and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Vultures and condors. Yeah, those are all scavenger birds. And to be honest with you, y'all, I'm starting to think we're not even supposed to even eat a turkey because the turkey is part of the vulture family. A lot of us are eating turkey because this white man has introduced it as a bird to eat. But if you really take a close look at the turkey and look at the vulture, they look virtually the same in the face. They're part of the same family. We're doing a lot of things wrong in this society. We really are. Hi, Akim. Yeah. Yeah, condors definitely look weird. We have the wild turkeys flying around here in New Jersey, and a couple of them landed on my front porch, and those are some big ass birds. KD, I don't know if you've been around one up close. Them things are big as hell, but you don't want to go near them because they will actually fight you. Them turkeys will fight you. The wild ones that are flying around here, they are fighters. You try to shoot that thing away, it's going to come towards you and start fighting. That's why they tell you to leave them alone. And in some states, the mailman carries mace. Not only do he have to mace some dogs, he also got to mace some damn turkeys.
Who the hell would want to be near a turkey? I was like, who the hell want to be near a turkey? I mean, I'm like, really, like, do that even make any sense? I mean, just looking at the beak of it all, that should tell you it's not nice.
Mm-hmm. You've seen them across Mississippi. Condors in California have, they do have a big wingspan. Yeah, so do these wild turkeys around here. They do too. With the ones in my state, y'all, if you have a fence, that thing damn near comes up to your fence. I mean, that's how big they are. That's a big ass bird. No, they're not nice. They got that's the thing about turkeys. Turkeys got a terrible temperament. Like I said, I don't know if any of you have experienced being around them in your state. They have a terrible temperament. They are just like raccoons. When the rodents start getting big, they start fighting. And those are the ones you don't want around you. You don't you know, don't take a swing at a raccoon because them suckers will come charging at you and they'll try to attack you. And that's another scavenger creature right there, a raccoon. It's a scavenger.
Yeah, it did definitely sound like the very people we just talked about, you know, that love to scavenger around and steal shit.
Yeah. Yeah, wild bird. Yeah, there's a lot of big wild birds out there. A lot. And many that we never been told about that exist out there. So you definitely have to be careful. In fact, I didn't learn until I was an adult that there were vultures in New Jersey. There's actually vultures all over the United States, but they don't tell you these things. You're shocked when you come across them. But they, you know, even in my state, it wasn't until recently that I found out there are coyotes in New Jersey. I never heard about coyotes being here. Now, I know we got foxes, those little red foxes. I've seen them. And we also got bears. New Jersey also have cougars. And I just recently found out we got coyotes here. Yeah, you'd be surprised what you got in your state if you don't study, because nobody's going to tell you these things. If you're out at night, it is not unusual for you to come across a bear in my state. There's a lot of bears. There's a lot of bears here, a lot. And there's a lot of deers. And the reason why we got cougars is because they were brought in to try to control the deer. That's why New Jersey has cougars. So they brought them, I think, from Colorado, somewhere over on, you know, more west of where we are. They brought in a bunch of, we got bobcats too, but they brought in a bunch of cougars and they threw them into the wooded areas to try to control the deer. That's why we have them. Louisiana has bears. My friend got attacked by a bear in Pennsylvania definitely got bears. Not attacked, but chased. Yeah. Anita, deers are there's probably as many deers in the country as there are human beings, for real. It's that many.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a plenty of deer and bucks up here in my state.
Yeah. The deers are plentiful. They are plentiful. I walked up to some type of wildcat in the woods. Yeah, you'll be surprised. A lot of times states will bring in wildcats and they won't even tell the citizens. The only reason why I know about the cougars is because I just happened to catch it in the papers when they brought them into the state. But prior to that, and that was like back in the 90s. So the cougars have been here now, probably going on a good 20 years in my state. And every now and then people will even post videos on the internet of spotting cougars here in New Jersey. So, I mean, they're here to stay. They're going to always be here now.
Yeah, they definitely are. And the thing about that is, you know, call me crazy, but it was actually one time that I actually saw a rabbit in the freezing cold, like a rabbit out there in the cold right next to the flakes. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, you know, they don't really hibernate, KD. You know, where I am, you can see those rabbits, those big hares and rabbits and stuff year round. They don't really hibernate at all. How you doing, Cheetah Baby 87? They don't hibernate at all. You know what else don't hibernate? The most smelly ass skunks. They don't hibernate.
Oh no, oh Lord. Unfortunately, I actually got up close to one.
Mm-hmm.
And I like, as soon as I smelled it, I started running.
Yeah. unfortunately, they don't hibernate. And so you can smell them year round, especially if they come in between homes or wherever your apartment is. And boy, they can stink up the place.
Oh yes, they can. They can stick it up and very fast too. Very fast.
Mm-hmm. Now, KD, you know about all the stuff going on with the water, the flesh-eating diseases that people are getting. And there was a man in North Carolina that got a brain-eating amoeba.
Wow.
You know why all that stuff is happening?
Yeah, now eating bread. Oh wow.
Yeah, that stuff is happening, KD, is because, see, whenever the atmosphere is hot from all these heat waves, what a lot of people don't think about is the water also heats up. And when the water heats up, it is unleashing all of the microbes and bacteria and all that stuff actually thrive in warm water. And because it thrives in warm water, this is why you're hearing about so many people getting all kinds of infections in water now.
Wow. Wow. No, I say no wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk, KD. They just had a thing. They had a thing on the news here. What's up, y'all?
Hey, what's up, BZ?
What's up? They just had a thing on the news here, Lisa, about here, the beaches here. It's 8 days, the beaches is deadly because of the heat. It was like 8 days out of this year. They like every beach is like that too.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what, LVZ? You want to hear something funny? I saw you went fishing with your family.
Yeah.
New York Times put out an article on Saturday saying Black people need to wear sunscreen. Now, you know damn well you were out in that baking sun doing all that fishing. Did you come home with a sunburn?
Nope, I ain't peeled or nothing. You should have saw them. Look, Lisa, them white folks was peeling while we were out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were all that salt water and shit get to their skin. They peeled while we were out there. I went home, shower. I was just ashy.
Right, right. And see, that's why I don't like, sunscreen. If you put that on your dark skin, it is going to make you look ashy. That's the only thing it's going to do for Black folks. And not only that, why the hell would we put on? They already said, "Hey, thank you, Debo." They already said that all the sunscreens on the shelf are toxic. What the fuck are we gonna go buy some toxic shit and rub all over ourselves?
And then mix it with your melanin so you can, next thing you know, get some type of freaky skin cancer. That's
right.
That's all right. I was born with my sunscreen.
I was sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, the reason they had to make that shit is a perfect match for themselves.
Well, right, KD, look, they got to put that shit on every 2 hours. Every 2 hours, they got to slather that shit on.
And KD, that's a fact. I was just on a boat with them for 6 hours. And like Lisa said, I thought it was just like, because I was laughing that they was rubbing it on before we got on. I said, well, shit, we born with ours, so we good. And my brothers and fathers started laughing. Then we get on the boat, and I went on the inside like 2 hours into the ride, and they was in there again, rubbing it on. And the ones that didn't, you could tell them motherfuckers was beat red and peeling by the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah. But we let them convince us, not all of us, because many of us are wide awake. We know that. But we let them convince us it was something special about having that pale skin. There ain't nothing special about that shit. It's all propaganda. It's all lies. And the bottom line is, if I see you aging faster than everybody else, I see your skin wrinkled up. I see it sagging. I see all kinds of skin issues with you being out in the sun. How the hell does that add up to having the best skin? Absolutely.
I just don't understand why you need a toxic product and slapping on toxic skin and call anything good.
Well, that stuff was not made for us anyway. Just think about it. When they created sunscreen, they didn't have us in mind. Come on, they didn't have no black folks in mind for that.
They sure as hell didn't. They sure as hell didn't. It's like, and I think us putting that on ourselves is actually a contradiction because we don't have any toxic skin. They got the toxic skin.
I think us putting it on a form of self. I don't want to get any darker.
Well, we don't need to do anything to get darker, LVZ, other than go out in the sun.
Nah, that's what I'm saying, Lisa. A motherfucker a black person that wears sunscreen, I see self-hate in him because he don't want to get darker.
Right. Yeah, and not to mention the fact that when they start peeling, that skin be dropping everywhere. Because I used to work with them when they would be peeling, and you would see pieces of their skin all over the place when they're peeling. The shit literally drops off of them.
Oh my gosh! I remember when I was 13 years old, when I was out with my uncle in Cali, and then I had to wash these motherfuckers in showers. I mean, I literally saw their skin peel up. I'm like, what the fuck? Ugh.
Yeah. I mean, I worked with them, and back in the day when I would see those brown patches on their skin, I used to wonder what that was. It was a lot of them I worked with that had that skin cancer. You would see the brown patch on their shoulder or on their arm or on their face, on their neck. And at first I thought maybe it was something to do with pigmentation. Shit, that stuff is skin cancer. That's what that is. And a lot of them got it.
Remember, they used to think they were liver spots.
Yeah, those aren't liver spots. That's skin cancer.
Yep, they're catching 7th and 8th degree melanoma out there. They don't even know what they had.
Right. And some of them got that shit in their eyes. I worked with LVZ. I worked with somebody and they had melanoma in their eye. They had it in one of their eyes. Remember, everything on them burns, including the bottom of their feet and their eyeballs. Everything on them burns, literally.
You said bottom of their feet. Listen,
if they're on the beach, if they're laying on the beach, let's say they're laying on the beach.
That's what I'm going to tell you. So look, yesterday, because white folks like Arabs, they wear flip-flops everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some of them getting on this fishing boat, we getting in all this salt water and shit. We like, it's going to be blood and guts in it. Why you got on flip-flops? And then you looking at the back of their feet and heels. I said, that shit look like old pizza crust.
Whose husband eyeballs are? Yeah, they get sunburned eyeballs. Their eyeballs literally get sunburned. And see, a lot of people don't understand. Not only was sunblock created for them, those sunglasses really was for them because they needed some protection from their eyes getting burnt from the sun. That's why those shades were created. That was really for them. Now, black people can wear it if you just want to have something on and be stylish. Okay. You just want to wear it and look good. Yeah, put it on. But that stuff really was designed for them because their eyeballs actually burned out in the sun.
I can feel that, Lisa, because you know what? I'm gonna fuck everybody up in the comment section with this. Y'all calm down. Last time y'all seen an African with sunshades on. We seen a lot of pictures. We seen Africans with shorts. We seen Africans with motherfucking bandanas. What we've never seen Africans with is sunshades. If the sun was bothering our eyes, as creative as our people are, we would have thought of sunshades already.
Yeah, but see, our eyes got melanin. And you see, and you talk to even black people with light color eyes, they'll tell you the same thing. I have a couple of cousins with light color eyes, And you know what they said to me? They said, look, you're lucky because people that have lighter shades of eyes, when they start aging, they don't see as well. And they said, just take a look the next time you go out of who got all the glasses on. It's all the older people with light color eyes. They said, if you got more melanin, your eyes are usually stronger. And, you know, they were like, it may look good to people, but you're really better off with those dark brown eyes. And that's what they told me themselves. And I believe that.
I believe that anyway, because you can't call me a blue-eyed devil if I got brown eyes.
Yeah, right? So if you got dark brown eyes, you actually have the best eyes on the planet. Right. SMAC, when you have a dark spot in your eyes and you're black, that is melanin. It's just like melanin is all over, internally and externally. It's just like sometimes when you come across dark-skinned people and you notice their gums are brown, that's melanin. That's all that is. That's just melanin. That person has a high level of melanin. It's all over. You'll see it on all over. It's just like when you come across some black people and the palms of their hands are dark, that's melanin. That's all. Some people just got so much of it where you may be lighter, that person will be darker in those areas. Yeah. Actually, people with lighter eyes, they are recessive and they don't see as well when they age. And not only that, they don't see colors as well. A lot of people with those blue and green eyes, they're also colorblind. I mean, just go do the research. They're also colorblind. Yeah, brown eyes got melanin. You know, it's just that this society has been set up for you to glorify recessiveness. Really, that's all it is. Anything that's recessive is propped up and as beautiful, and it really isn't.
That's the truth. Yep. Anything white is supposed to be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You wear white to weddings and black to funerals.
Right. Right. That's all. But when you really take a closer look, how you doing, Brenda? Brenda, I tried to send you a link. I don't know if you got it, but you know what? Let me send it. Let me see if I can try to send it to you again.
You know, the thing that kills me with this so-called, reverse psychology, like everything black is bad and everything white is good. You know, the actual reverse of that shit, it's like now all of a sudden everything white is dying and everything black is still alive.
Well, KD, anything recessive, this is what happens. And this is why, actually, when you really think about the infertility that's happening to them, KD, each time you have another generation, that next generation is going to get weaker and weaker and weaker because, look, you're already starting recessive. So as the seed line goes on, it's going to weaken out. So in my opinion, it makes sense that they are recessive and the seed line is weakening out because it was never strong to begin with. But, that's my opinion.
Right. And years of this recessive gene just surviving, eventually it's not going to survive. Look, and you just highlighted something else. With climate change, I imagine it won't make it easier to survive.
Right. It won't. It won't. So as the generations roll on, the gene pool is getting weak. Look, I did a video about a year ago that came out in GQ magazine. and it was talking about the low sperm count in Western men. Western men means white men, right? And it said that the men of today are more female than their fathers and grandfathers. That's what it literally said, that the Western men of today are more female.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So when you tell a motherfucking Peckerwood, stop acting like a bitch, he can't really, can't really do it. He can't help himself.
Damn, I never thought the original sex change. I thought it was just something weird, but I didn't know it was this damn natural.
Oh no, it's very deep. It's far worse than anything they're telling you. You look, if you don't have the ability to reproduce, you know something is wrong, and that something is very serious.
Hey guys, and then next thing you know, what happened? Daniel Manning becomes Chelsea.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Come on now, especially you, LVZ. You look at some of these dudes. You can't tell me they don't look kind of female to you.
Look, yesterday, right? When we on the boat, my father kept like, man, what kind of little boy is that? It was this white little boy. He said, man, it's a funny looking little boy. I don't know what he said. I know he a little boy, but he looked like a hermaphrodite. Funny boy. Look at him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I remember my son and I were out, and this thing came walking across the street, and we were waiting for the light to change, and I was like, what the hell is that? I can't even tell if that's a boy or girl. I could not tell. It had long hair, and it was kind of switching, and I was like, but looked like a dude, but moved like a woman.
Lisa, you want to hear some funny shit? I just thought about, because I was joning on a little boy. I said, damn, he looked like Andy Milonakis, right? And everybody, my little brother started laughing, right? And I said, and I thought about it. I said, damn, I need to say that at least one day. Ain't it funny that, listen to this, y'all. Ain't it funny that white people looking forever young is a disease?
Mm-hmm.
Think about white folks actually have a disease where they don't age. Andy Milonakis got it. He looked like a little kid, but he like 45.
Uh-huh.
Well, and remember, Gary Coleman had, but when black people have it, it stunt our growth.
Right.
They never say it stop us from aging because we don't age like that. And Gary Coleman always looked like Gary Coleman.
Sure did. He sure did. And so Emmanuel Lewis. Yeah.
Right. So when black people get that same disease white people get, the only thing we do is get short. When they get it, they get to look young. It's a disease for them to look young.
Right. Right. Wow. Yeah, but you got to look at how everything is advertised in this country too. Whenever it's products for skin, what do they always say? Look younger, look younger. This will help you look younger. That's not for us. But that's how it's marketed. And you can tell who it's marketed for.
That's true. Because that shit never seemed to look. When it be look younger shit, it's always white flesh tone makeup.
Yeah. Hey, Shalom.
That shit never seemed to.
Brenda,
Hello.
how you doing? Shalom.
Shalom. How are you, Queen? Hey, LVD. Hey, KB. Hey, fam.
Hey, Brenda, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there, sweeties.
It's still burning up over there in the UK?
Oh, no. We just had that really one bad day. It was 101 degrees.
Wow.
And there's no air conditioning anywhere.
No. A lot of people don't realize in Europe, most of those homes do not have air, not just in the UK, but all over Europe. It's like that.
Yep. And I don't know how those people in France, oh Lord, it was worse there.
Yeah. 114 degrees.
Yeah.
You know, they had to stop working on the Notre Dame Cathedral because of the heat.
Well, you know, they need to leave that alone anyway.
Right, yeah, right.
Hey, but to be totally honest, Lisa, them lazy motherfuckers don't like working anyway. That was a
I don't think they're ever going to rebuild that.
I don't either.
actually it was just c'est hot les films.
I think they burnt it down on purpose, but anyway.
Yeah. You know, that building was really old. That place was over 800 years old.
Yeah, well, they got older places than that, believe me.
They sure do. I lived over in Germany, and there were quite a few structures that's been there since the 11th century.
Yep.
Yeah, 10th century. Yeah, it's been there since the time of the Moors.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, they got some old stuff over here.
Mm-hmm.
And air conditioning, they haven't figured that shit out yet.
Air conditioner ain't relatively new. Them crackers need to get up on board.
I don't understand it. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the buses have little teeny tiny windows.
Uh-huh.
And they're not air conditioned. There's only 2 train lines in all of London that have air conditioned trains.
Wow,
that's ridiculous.
2 lines.
Two lines. 2 lines. Let me look up how many total lines they have. London train lines.
Well, shit, we got green, red, orange, blue. It's about to be a purple and a silver. Shit, and I could just think that's only 6, 7 lines. If we had 2 that was AC, it'd be a motherfuckers that have a riot down here.
Yes, they would.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, they've got 11 lines, and only 2 out of 11 have air-conditioned trains on them.
Wow.
So you know, I mean, I you know, ooh, I tell you, I had to go to a doctor's appointment, and the people were stinking so bad that there was a man that walked up behind me, and I could smell him.
Ew.
Now, I mean, can you imagine? I mean, he's not even in front of me.
Oh.
He's behind me.
Yeah.
Oh.
That smell crept up on you like the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
I know. I'm standing there trying to cross the street, and this man comes up behind, and I was like, damn,
Yeah.
where's that smell coming from? And it was from behind me. My God.
You know,
now, how funny is that?
In history, Brenda, you know, when we encountered these white people for the first time, they said you could smell them over a mile away before they came.
Well, that's how this man was, because he was behind me. I mean, you know, it's not somebody in front of you where your nose is, you figure you can smell them, but this man came from behind and I could smell him.
But then how do you make the claim that Europe is not in the dark ages and they don't even have air conditioning?
Yeah, basic amenities like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, it's ridiculous. And then you know, we got Trump Jr. over here.
Boys.
Yeah.
See that shit. I said, man, that's wild. I said, well, no, it ain't. White folks is white folks, no matter where they are.
Yeah, Brenda, you on a bit of hell over there, I must say.
Come on. We already in hell. Come on.
Now, Brenda, no defense, but when I look at that man, he looked like he got a high amount of Neanderthal in him, for real.
Straight caveman.
Yeah. I sent a picture of him to Royal Queen the other day. Oh Lord, you should. The man is just disgusting. I think I'll send you a link to that picture so you can see how this man. He calls himself out jogging, and you know he's fat, sloppy. He got titties.
Yeah. Isn't he a woman beater too? That's what I heard.
Yeah, he's had several wives. I mean,
yeah, they said he likes to beat on women.
And I have to say, wait a minute, I got to be careful because my window's wide open. But that's proof positive that Becky will fuck anything. So anyway,
Yeah.
Yep, because he got a girl that's 20 years younger than him.
yep, she's 30-something years old. Yep.
They said she gave him a makeover. I said, damn.
No,
So
she
now
didn't.
they said the new makeover. I was like, this the makeover?
Yeah, that's what I said.
But well,
Look like it
that's what I
first.
said too.
Brenda, his hair looked like somebody put a bowl on it and cut it.
His hair always looked like that. And
Like somebody put a bowl on his head.
but wait a minute, that's why I'm like, what makeover? He looked the damn same to me. So, and he was the mayor of London.
But I saw what look she was going for, Brenda, that Barney Rubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trump, he looks like little me Trump. Seriously. Woo. Lord have mercy. Yeah, but meanwhile, the folks over here, they want Brexit, which is they want the British Empire back again, which means they want Britain to be white again and then colonize everybody again. So that's what Brexit means, in case you guys didn't know.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
Now, LVZ, did you hear all that shit Trump said about Baltimore?
I heard it yesterday on the way back. They said on the way back home. I said, now ain't this a bitch? It's like that because of you. Because of you.
Right. And not only that, LVZ, all of the places in New York that they're gentrifying, rats are running around all over the damn place, infested.
Oh, yeah.
Every single place they gentrified up in his state in New York, it's been written up in the papers and everything.
Shit, Lisa, it's been written up here too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It was in the Washington Post. The rats are coming. The infestation.
Yeah, it's here. It's here. Now, I don't know if you heard that, Brenda, but every place these folks are gentrifying, the rats are running rampant all over the streets.
Yeah, I heard about it in Brooklyn because, all the white folks went in there and, they're rebuilding all those houses and the rats are like, hey, party time. Ooh, yeah.
It's happening everywhere. It's in the city of Philadelphia where they're gentrifying. It's happening there. In New York, the people were taking their phones out and posting it up on the internet. They turn the corner walking and the rats are just scurrying all over the place, running everywhere. And it's like you can't even walk down the street without seeing hundreds of rats just running around everywhere.
Well, these are the last days.
Yeah.
This is biblical shit. This really is. So they ran all the black folks out of there. Now all the rats are taking over. Think about it. That reminds me of the damn plague. Because we had rats running all over the place, and that's when that's how the plague got started. So, yep. And then I just saw a video about it. Might have been yours about all them damn locusts in Las Vegas.
Yeah, grasshoppers. They've been invaded by grasshoppers, y'all.
Well, yeah, grasshoppers and locusts are the same thing.
And they're the kind that fly, Brenda. Those grasshoppers, they fly. They all flew in there, and they said it'll be several weeks before they're gone.
Yeah, and then I think it was another video I saw where the guy, he said, Egypt. America is Egypt, when it comes to the final judgment, because American has enslaved our people for 400 years. And they said that all those grasshoppers, they're all headed towards the Luxor pyramid in Vegas. And they're all over that top beam of the Luxor pyramid. They're all over it. I'm like, yep. We know what time it is.
Well, just the appearance of any type of locust or grasshopper, that's a mark of judgment.
Yes, it is. Yep.
And we just found out. I've been screaming to the high heavens this week. We found out really through the horse's mouth what happened to Tupac in Vegas, and that the Vegas police didn't ever want to solve that case anyway.
Wow. Yeah.
So what's the real deal?
The dude who was with the murderer, who the murderer is his nephew. He's been on Vlad TV just snitching and basically bragging about murdering Tupac.
Wow.
He wrote a book about it.
I knew they didn't want to solve that murder. I knew that. Otherwise, they would have by now.
And it comes to find out Compton police was right all along with the dude who they said did it. They had the car. They told Vegas where to get it, and Vegas just didn't want to solve the case.
Right. Hey, LVZ, what's going on with Nipsey Hussle?
Now, it's a lot of different facets with Nipsey Hussle. The guy, my brother was just talking to me, Carl Ross. You found out that a lot of the stuff Nipsey was doing was in that guy's name. So his brother's gonna probably have to sue for that. Then you finding out the Marathon Continues LLC is getting sued by the Big U dude. That a lot of people are trying to put their hands in Nipsey Hussle's money and help the white man take away everything that man built.
Wow. Wow.
And you'll find nobody seeming to help easier than another damn black man.
Of course. Of course. They said Nipsey was the reason why they weren't heavily gentrified. He fought to keep them from gentrifying that area.
Uh-huh. And look, now I mean, it might be speculation, but I'm putting dots here and there. KD got me speculating now. So KD got me going further down the rabbit hole. So now look, I looked at some of the things, and it's like we just talked about how LAPD was investigating Nipsey Hussle for gang activity. Then the big U guy is a Crip. He had a beef with Nipsey Hussle. Then you find the Shitty Cuz guy was a Crip, and he just so happened to be there when Nipsey already got. So Nipsey telling the dude, "You can't be here. You a snitch." But more importantly, Nipsey knew he was a gang member,
right?
And they already was expecting him for gang activity. So it's just a lot of shit going on between the police, and it looked like the fucking Crips.
Yeah.
Or I won't say the Crips as an organization, but certain members were jealous. It's turning into, I was right in one facet. A lot of black men's jealousy caused Nipsey Hussle denied.
Right, but you know what? They still never arrested the black woman that was driving the car, right?
No, because they're saying that she cooperated and she tried to tell, but the police told her it wasn't no big deal.
Now, how many times have you ever heard that happen? Usually, if you are in a car and a crime is committed, even a bank robbery, even if you didn't physically go in there and rob the bank, you are still an accomplice.
You are the accessory.
Right. So you still go to jail. I never heard of somebody driving somebody to commit a crime, jump back in the car, and then leave the crime scene, and nothing happens to them.
Amen. And then look, I never heard, even though they said they got a 911 call. She called the police, told them what happened, and the police told them, "Baby, don't worry about that."
That don't happen.
That's what they did. Seriously, they said she called the police. They said they got a 911 tape of her calling the dispatcher, saying what happened, and she said, "Don't worry about it."
Wow. Shalom, patience. Yeah, that's unheard of for something like that to happen.
Not unless the police was like, "Look, yeah, that is unheard of." Unless the police already knew about, "Oh yeah, we know about it. You ain't got to worry about that. You go ahead and go home." Shit, we don't even want to lock him up.
Well, Eric Holder said, and this was back when Darden was representing him, he said the government put him up to it. I mean, is he really far-fetched in saying that?
Yeah, if it ain't the government, meaning the police.
Yeah. You know, that's what he said from the start. This is just crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, the killer black.
Yeah. Wow. I know you touched a bit on Baltimore, but that Negro up there crying.
Oh, I am sick of him.
That did me in.
Victor Blackwell out there crying and shit like an old bitch.
Yeah.
Why is there so many black men are sitting there and they just cry? Because Donald Trump.
I think it's part of the job interview. First of all, I think they want you to be gay, and you know, and then they want you to be able to cry. It's got to be, because you know you got Don Lemonade up there. He's done his share of boo-hooing, and now you got this one, and Van Jones. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
please.
But look, Jason missed. I don't know how he missed. Angela was out there crying too when the white lady Alice was supporting Donald Trump. Remember Angela Rye came on TV crying, Alice, I can't believe I thought we was friends.
No, I don't remember that, but anyway, wow.
Yeah. So they got a lot of crying black people on CNN. I'm serious. She cried. Did Bakari Sellers cry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was boo-hooing up in there at one point too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a damn shame.
I've seen them all crying at this point.
It's a damn shame.
It's
a damn shame. This is disrespectful to the black community to have these men up in there crying. And
but see, that's why they want to put that kind of Negro on CNN, because you know they want us to appear weak. They want black men to appear weak, like they're just somewhere off weeping, you know, in some corner. Oh, that's black men's normal behavior. No, it isn't. Most brothers don't act like that. They don't be crying like that all on no.
Well, they only want to show you safe black men. They don't want to show you true strong black men. They want to show you all the weak ones. They want to show you all the ones that they will put on a dress.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And do you know how to do the wobble?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one.
LBC, did you see my video on Kevin Martin?
Uh-uh.
You remember that coon Kevin
Martin?
Yeah,
that was running around with Tommy Lauren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He recently came out talking about he was shocked over Trump's telling those congresswomen to go back to where they came from. He said he was, you know, he was talking about how he knew that was racist.
Yeah, because they told his monkey ass where he was cooning, go back where he come from.
Mm-hmm. So he said, is the Republican Party really inclusive? I said, you dumb nigga. I said, you got to be stupid to be asking that question.
No. Is the Democratic Party really inclusive?
Hell no, none of them are.
Right.
None of them.
Well, you know, when coons like that come up with stuff that damn dumb, it's insulting. First of all, my ears are just insulted by being assaulted by such a stupid ass question coming out of somebody's mouth. I mean, damn, how much cooning is this man doing? It is disgusting.
Yeah.
He knows the answer to the question before he even says it.
Yeah. He absolutely does.
Those years we was telling him about it, he wasn't listening. And it took Donald Trump to tell him go back to Africa.
Yeah, and he said his black Republican friends told him he's very naive.
Cause see, they know what it's all about. They know they racist. They know they racist, and they Republicans. And like, look, we cooning, but goddamn it, cooning. Look, to what extent?
Right. Right.
He shouldn't be that obvious with the cooning. That is over the top cooning. You know, he need to calm it down a bit.
He can't help himself, Brenda.
Yeah.
Brenda cooning is like a motherfucker addiction. You know, it ain't no functional coons. They just all the way gone. They gotta have a hit here, there. Next thing you know, they cooning in front. All lives matter. And, you know, they get a hit of that coon pipe. Next thing you know, they president about he daddy, and I love him. With a "Make America Great Again" hat on.
Okay, now I got it. The coon pipe. Yep, they on the pipe.
Right, they hit that coon pipe. They hit that coon cob pipe, bro. It's over with. It's real talk. Y'all know what I'm saying. Who else hit that coon pipe? Motherfucker Ray Lewis. He hit that coon pipe. Let's talk about if Black lives really matter. Was on 2 knees for Jesus.
Yeah.
Saying, hit that motherfucker coon cob pipe, man. I'm telling you.
I like that coon cob pipe. Yes.
Yeah.
Coon cob pipe. I swear they hit that motherfucker and they go. All lives matter. Look, and then when they sober up, they be in jail in Sweden talking about this racist.
Yeah, exactly.
Nigga.
Who's that moron up in Sweden? I never heard of his ass.
He's a rapper.
He went to jail.
ASAP named Rocky.
Yeah.
I mean,
ASAP named Rocky.
I mean, I never heard of his ass till they arrested him. That shows how famous he is.
Well, Brenda, he's very anti-black.
Well, good. They got him locked up. They got his ass locked up in an extremely white place.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Perfect.
LVZ, you know what he said during Mike Brown, right?
Yeah, he can't relate. He is Soho in these bitches' drawers. He want to talk about the jiggy fashion he wear, the drugs that he's taking, and he can't relate to that. What is he, Al Sharpton? Why he got to speak out every time something happened to somebody black?
That's what he said, Brenda.
He hit that coon cob pipe, Brenda.
Well, they got him in the right place. They got him in an extremely white jail.
Well,
Yep.
I love that.
they said they ain't letting him go, and
Yep.
Of course not.
he's been charged.
I mean, you take your black ass over to Sweden, wherever the hell he is, and you're gonna go beat up on somebody, and you think they're gonna be cool with that?
Yeah, well,
Shit.
And then you got
he should
Kanye.
relate to all these.
Kanye is talking to Papa Trump, trying to get him out of jail. Oh,
Well, Sweden say this ain't America, and that's not how we do things, and he's been charged.
that's right.
And so
Yeah.
that's pretty much
Stupid that motherfucker don't even know. Sweden can't stand Trump ass. You just made it worse.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I'm about to say they one of them white supremacist country that don't like Trump.
Yeah,
So-
they're not down with Trump. They're not. They're
No.
not at all. And so they're
So-
probably sitting up there, now saying, "Oh, okay. Well, Trump wants this guy out of jail.
But let's prove a point.
We don't give a fuck."
Yeah, we ready to come to prove a point then. Here we go. Yeah, he want him out of jail, but guess what? We want him in jail, and he
And we're gonna add some extra time onto,
And look, and black people in America ain't gonna say nothing because we can't relate. We ain't going to Sweden. We
No.
just want to talk about. Look, all we want to talk about is black empowerment.
is
These
that-
sellout ass motherfucking coons and these crooked cops. So we can't relate to no nigga in Sweden fighting nobody in the
Yeah,
street.
and we just added his reparations check to the forfeited pile. You
Oh, he
forfeited.
don't get one. He don't get one. Of course, he's not a native Black American.
Oh, he's not. Oh, okay. He ain't getting one anyway. Okay.
He said, "I'm bleaching" or whatever that is.
Oh, well, okay.
Oh, one of the Tiger Wood people, huh?
Tiger Wood people, yeah. Come up with your own damn
What was
category.
I tell you what, when Tiger Woods got in trouble, what did they say? Black man.
Black?
Black
What they,
man.
look, it ain't what you say you are. It's what they put on your arrest record, nigga.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm pretty sure they did not put Kablasian
They sure
on his
did.
arrest record.
It's a new rule per LVZ. Motherfucker, it's not what you say you are. It's what your arrest record say.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
They sure did. They put black there as big as day.
Well, they put the N-word on his, you know, because that's what they do, you know.
All right, y'all. This came out in the Grio, July 24th, 2019. There was a man up in Vermont that ripped a judge that let a white man that pulled a gun on someone. First of all, a black man in Vermont, you know the stack is against you right there.
Yeah, it's easy to find you up there.
Yeah. So this white man commits a felony and the judge let him go.
Yep. Because he white.
Mm-hmm.
And that brother went on. That brother said he tired of this shit. And you can hear it. Look, they let the cracker sound off. Shut the fuck up. I said, damn.
Yeah. So
that lets you know how easy it is to be a white supremacist in fucking Vermont, Bernie Sanders. Because the white supremacists in court can get off with brandishing guns on people and violent threats, like the brother said, and then telling a nigga, shut up.
Shut up.
He can cuss in court like that. Now let it do that. You'll get contempt and lock the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. So they set this white man's bail at $200.
Oh, good God.
$200. So this black man is yelling, my nephew didn't get no conditions. This is unfair. He shouts to lock up Pratt, the white man that pulled the gun, referring to Mish. And he yells back, you should be locked up. Mish hurls back as he walks past Pratt, the black man, adding, shut the fuck up. Said this in broad daylight in the court.
Damn.
The courtroom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And Pratt, this is the black man, continues in his comments to the judge, you're letting him walk out of here, guys. My nephew, he was in jail for a whole year, Your Honor, a whole year for nothing. He's black. So this dude committed a felony, pointing guns at somebody, making threats, and he's free.
Well, that's the American way.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. This is why we need reparations. That's when I see these stories. This is why we need reparations, y'all.
Exactly.
And the thing is, you know, I just love it. You know, our people, we're not letting up. We are not letting up. We got every last one of them so-called candidates, so they just don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And every damn week, Kamala's trying to come up with some more bullshit to try to get the black vote. And I'm sorry, girlfriend, it ain't working. It ain't working.
They got to come up with new tricks, but the tricks that they need to come up with is very simple. It's not a trick. It's called tangibles. It's called really tangibles. It's like, if you want something, I gotta get something. We can't just be voting for people. I had this debate last night. You can't just be voting for people just because you like them, just because they seem nice, just because, okay. He said last night, why do they keep voting for Maxine Waters? What are you doing for the people of Compton? And I got to sitting and thinking, I like Maxine Waters. She's a good lady. But I can't really say what she did for the people of Compton. Well, let me go look at the city of Compton. What are they talking about in the city of Compton? Damn, the city of Compton is gentrified.
Yeah.
And Hispanics are killing black people. And she goes up and says that we need to protect the immigrants.
Mhm.
Mm,
Yes, she
okay.
did.
So she's playing to her base.
Right, but when it was the crack epidemic, she did speak up about how the government was putting crack in our area. I give her that. I'm not taking that away.
Mhm.
But again, what's going on now? What about the people that's got gentrified and pushed out? What have you done to try to stop it?
Not
What have you done to stop it?
nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
And
Yeah,
then
because, you know, because they don't have the money. Yeah, I mean, you know, these politicians, they got to play to who you gotta pay to play, so to speak. You know.
exactly, but when she plays to get the money, what is she playing for? The money that she get, if it equalize the miles, then we in trouble.
Yeah.
If she got to turn down some money to keep us safe, then do that. Nipsey was buying shit around there trying to keep the shit safe. She couldn't find no black people like that. If she needed money, she couldn't pull together no black people or help pull together black people. And then if she couldn't, she can't tell us why.
Right.
I mean, you of the people. You are the people of Compton. I'm quite sure those people are voting you in for a reason. But what reason? Because from what I'm saying, they not getting nothing out of it.
Mhm.
Well, you know, that's unfortunately, as Black people, we have been used to getting nothing for our vote.
Right.
You know, and now things are changing. You know, I mean, I'm just as guilty as the rest. I used to go hold my nose and vote. I'm not doing that anymore.
Right.
I'm
And
not doing it anymore.
that was the argument I was making last night. Like, okay, you voted for somebody. What good did it do? Did it do more harm than good when you think about it?
Right.
Look,
No, it didn't. It didn't do it. It didn't do one goddamn thing.
exactly.
So, you know, and then this other thing that gets me is Van Jones got up there and said, well, you know, Black people, you need to sacrifice and make sure that Trump don't get back in office. Now, wait a goddamn minute.
54 years of sacrificing.
I went, first of all, we ain't sacrificing shit. Them sacrificing days are over. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went and looked up what percentage of Black people voted for Trump? 8%.
Right. It's hardly nothing.
Which means the other 92% was all the motherfuckers that voted for Trump. So if you want Trump out of office, I suggest that the 92% get busy. Because Black folks, we don't need to do shit. You want Trump out, you take your white woman ass out and get Trump out. You take your Hispanic ass out and get Trump out. You take your Asian ass out and get Trump out. And of course, you know, the white men are down for him. But all of these people, they voted for him. So if you don't want him, then you get busy. Don't say shit to the Black community because we didn't put his ass in there.
Well, you know what, Brenda? They already trying to form their lips to say if Trump gets back in, it's the Black community's fault.
Oh yeah, I've heard that bullshit. Yeah, they want to blame us. They want to blame us for their shit.
Right? No, it ain't our fault.
Yeah, it's their shit. They voted 92% of all them other people voted his ass in.
I'll live with that. It'll be my fault. I can live with that. You can tell the alternative truth with me. I'm not one of them people to take away what you believe. You know what I'm saying? You can go ahead on and think that.
Yeah, and then you get your ignorant ass coons like Van Jones up there. I can't. Oh my God, I can't. I'm glad I don't get to see him on a regular basis. Because I think I would have thrown my television out the window by now. So
Well, you know, Van Jones and his white wife are going through a divorce.
I'm about to say, Becky's leaving me.
Yeah, well, I wish Becky would hurry up and start grabbing them coon coins. Maybe that'll shut them up for a little bit, you know.
Oh God, Becky, I missed your milky white skin.
And she's like, "Oh, Van, I got your coon coins."
I'll cash them all in for you. And the little immigrant babies. Oh. They look at the crowd. Oh. It's a boom cry. Oh.
Who knows? You know, his wife may got her new, squeeze on the side. Julio might be coming in there, take his place. If she want to keep it ethnic.
Well, I think that's hilarious, but no, we ain't got to make no sacrifices to nothing.
Oh, no, we have
54 damn years of sacrificing and voting. That's not enough for you?
That's it. That's it. We have given away our vote ever since we got the right to vote. Those days are over. They're cut the fucking check.
Amen.
If you cannot, and I'm still waiting to hear, the crickets is loud. I'm still waiting to hear one of these candidates say that they support reparations. Other than Marion let's all pray Williams, whatever.
Brenda, HR 40. Let's study it. Let's study. How much studying do you have to do?
Let's sit down and eat cornbread about it. Let's go have a picnic about it. Yeah. Let's go ask Booker T. Washington what he think about it. Get the fuck up out of here and just give me my bread, man. That shit getting on my nerves.
I know. If you don't
talk about everything that need a check, but don't want to mention the check. I ain't saying we need a check. I'm saying we need economic chances and we need housing. Well, goddamn it, you can't get that without a check. I ain't saying we need.
Amen.
LBZ, now you understand what, because we had a conversation about this a while ago, and I'm like, yeah, we get down to it, it's money, honey. That's
right.
It. That's it.
God damn it, you can't get none of that without a check. I ain't saying we need a check. I'm just saying we could use school grants and land. God damn it, that's a check. I ain't saying we need a check, but I'm saying
I want to build my own damn school. Fuck your school.
Yeah, I'm about to say, God damn it, cut me a check, I'll build the school.
Yeah.
There you go. Cut me a check, the school problem is over.
Okay, they want to give us free education in a system where they spent decades miseducating us, and we
exactly.
I don't want it. Give me my check. I don't want that shit.
No, I'd rather take my check and pay for our people to educate my child.
Exactly. I don't trust you, motherfucker. You gonna educate me. You gonna say this is slavery. Old MacDonald had a farm. That'll be the free education. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they'll be having them damn slave plays in the school. Like, come on, Tyrone, you played a part of the slave, and and then you act out your part. Now pretend you're trying to run away.
Yeah, that or Becky trying to break the damn child.
Man, give me mine, man.
Let's have our school play about lynchings. Come on, Tyrone. Let's put this rope around your neck. We're just, this is just a play. It's a prop. That shit.
I don't want their stuff. If I get my check, I want my stuff.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. My
check, my stuff, my money. I do what the hell I want with it. If I want to put it up my nose, I put it up on my nose. If I want to pay somebody to, do all kinds of shit to me, that's my fucking business. It's my check. I do what the fuck I want with it. Because that's what white folks do. Mm-hmm. You notice they do all kinds of shit with their check.
Yeah, like spending, like trying to cheat their kids into college. We see what they do with money.
Damn right. Look, try to further their position. in the system of white supremacy.
Uh-huh.
Use that money to further advance themselves in a system that's already rigged for them.
Thank you. That's what I said.
So that's what I'm gonna do with my money.
Meanwhile, we got Epstein, who takes his check and goes and buys Pedophile Island.
Damn, and no, he don't buy pedophile islands. He look, the pedophiles buy the island. He just take the money and get it. Look, it just so happened he know all the pedophiles because all the pedophiles party at his house. Wow. He was getting all the pedophiles at his house, and he said, "Look, I'm charging y'all to get these little girls, but I can't keep doing it in America. You know we gonna get busted. I'm gonna charge y'all. We gonna get this island. Look at the motherfuckers who been over on his plane. Right.
Yeah.
That's how he bought the island. Jeffrey Epstein ain't buying no island without that kind of power with him.
Yeah.
Well, I actually, you're right. I actually read an article about there's a guy where Epstein got his money from. He got his money from a guy named Wexler, another Jew, who this is a guy that founded Victoria's Secret. And they traced all of Epstein's house, his island, all this shit to this guy Wexler. I gotta find, where did I read that article? It is deep. I mean, I think it was in the New York Times.
Brenda, the only reason why he got busted is because those underage girls were all white.
Oh yeah.
Think about Ed Buck. Ed Buck had 2 dead black bodies in his apartment.
In his house. And have they figured that shit out? I mean, when is this guy going to jail?
Right. They didn't do shit to him, but a bunch of white women that are all grown up now that he had sex with a couple of decades back. That's why he's in jail.
Well, I have no sympathy for him whatsoever, but the thing that I would like to point out, you notice the last names of all these people who are like all wrapped up in this shit? Epstein, Weinstein, Wexler. I mean,
oh yeah, you know who it is.
Oh yeah,
Dershowitz. Dershowitz, who's a pedophile.
Yep. Yeah, Dershowitz, his new thing is like, I kept my underwear on. That's like saying you didn't inhale.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I say I don't know.
Nah, but I'm going to use his defense. So your defense is I didn't rape a little girl. I dry humped her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He kept his drawers on.
Yeah. So that's really dude. That's your defense. That's his defense.
That's his defense.
Look, I ain't stab him. I pushed him down on the knife.
Yeah, I didn't rape her. I dry humped her. Okay.
I kept my drawers on. That's what he said. Wow. I mean, as ugly as he is, just the fact that you were in the same room with her is assault, and you took your clothes off. Damn. Yeah, Dershowitz, please.
Yeah.
They all need to go. And then why is Weinstein not in jail, but Cosby is? Give me a break.
No, they given Weinstein a private trial, right?
Very public. And dismissing motherfuckers left and right while they doing it.
Are you for real? A private trial?
Yeah, private. But Bill Cosby was public.
You know what Bill Cosby need to do? He need to change his last name to,
Cosby Bird. Bill Cosby Bird.
Feinberg.
Cosby Steen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cosby.
yeah.
Bill Cosby.
Just change his goddamn last name. Make a Jewish last name. Irving Cosby Steen. Yes. His ass will be out of jail.
My man Bernard Cosby Steen. He's a good man. Get him off, Shlomo.
Yeah, that's
Get him
right.
out of jail.
Yeah, that's right, Con. Kevin Spacey got all charges dismissed. I saw that.
Oh yeah, we saw that shit.
Like
Yeah.
the 14-year-old that came forward, he's a grown man now, said the statute of limitations ran out. But Bill Cosby women from 60 years ago, that's still relevant.
Yeah, no limitations ran out. He got a check. That's what the check ran in. No limitations ran out. The check ran in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Kevin Spacey has been a dirty dog forever.
Yeah.
Forever. Because over here in England, he owns it's called the Old Vic Theater.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been talking about his bent ass for decades.
Yeah.
Just the old straight.
But when I look at that man, he looks moist to me.
Yeah, he looks like a cold sugar butt, don't he?
He does.
He's a nasty piece of work. Nasty. The people in the theater community over here in England can't stand his ass.
Wow.
Yep. They can't stand him because he's American on top of that, and then he's all fucked up.
So you see, he said that's the reason Whoopi don't get in trouble. Her last name Goldberg.
Goldberg. Yeah.
Exactly. That's right.
And she'll swear with a white man.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of them.
Yeah, plenty of them.
So we need the word to Bill to change your goddamn last name. Change your first name too. Irving Cosby Steen, or you know.
Well, hey, Brenda and LBZ, y'all saw that what's that old lying ass bitch got a payout? Janice Dickerson got this.
Yeah, I saw a title of a video, but I just couldn't bear to watch it. What's going on with that?
Well,
it was Nicole's view.
Bill Cosby's insurance company paid out to her because she claimed he raped her. Now you look at Janice.
No, come on. Nobody raped that.
Nobody raped that bitch. And now, not only that, remember back in the day when Janet swore up and down her son was Sly Stallone's son, and come to find out the DNA test, he wasn't?
She's been lying.
She lies about everything.
First of all, she's a man, okay? All right? So she's lying about being a woman.
Right.
Don't get me started.
Her name is James Dickerson.
That's right.
Yeah. And on top of that, she got more. Now, all you did was give her some more crack money. That's it.
Exactly.
You gave her some more crack money.
But look, it's still going to end up back in the black community.
Yeah, she's gonna use it for crack and
all that money coming back with black
and plastic surgery.
Yep.
And every time that we seen her ass on Celebrity Rehab, she's been on every damn episode.
No bullshit. Cause look, every time she on Celebrity Rehab, it's a nigga watching TV that pull up wherever the set is. He's like, damn, I'll be right back. He goes outside. Janice, you relapsed again. Yeah, that bitch gonna relapse tomorrow too if y'all give her a check.
Yeah.
I don't think they probably using the money they're getting from Celebrity Rehab to go buy drugs. So I guess I keep the show going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so funny because I said that money gonna go all that money going to the drug dealer.
Exactly, and that way they keep the show going because these people will never rehab.
Yeah.
ain't nobody rehabbing. Nobody saying I am clean and sober. No.
I tell you what, anybody that want to lay around with Janice Dickerson, they do need rehab.
Oh yes.
Bullshit.
Well, they
need therapy.
Drugs.
They need therapy one way or the other. They need therapy before or after the experience.
Yeah, right.
Before, after, during.
Yeah.
I mean, they got this shit.
But
That
I
bitch,
don't think Bill Cosby touched her ass. I think she's lying.
Well, of
right.
course we know she's lying. And then that thing that what's her name? That thing that looks like a man. What's her name? Andrea, whatever the name is. That oh my,
Yeah,
huh?
Andrea Constant.
Yeah, that thing looked like a man. I'm sorry.
it is.
Hey, look, that bitch looked like a wide receiver from 1977. That bitch looked like Steve Largent. I said, God damn, look at the hands on this bitch. So I said, damn, hey, I said, look, you'd hate to have her grab you. Look at that motherfucking hand. She looked like she could wrestle a bear.
She looked like she about 6'6".
Bullshit.
I mean, if Cosby did touch her, he had to be high on something because that
He touched her high or sober. I don't think he touched her.
that thing looked like a man.
That bitch mad at Bill Cosby because he gave her drugs to leave. Look, Bill, I want to get high. That bitch took off her clothes. She been nipped and stretched so much that bitch looked like Chucky when he got put back together. You remember when they sewed Chucky face together?
Yeah.
That stomach probably looked like that from all them liposuction surgeries. That nigga Bill gave her 8 pills to leave his house. That's why she mad at Bill. Bill wouldn't give her no more dough. No, this is the last time that you look busted. You come to my house and you scare my children. Here's your pills, bitch. I'll call you an Uber and you'll get the fuck away from my door. No, that's what Bill said.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, it's so wrong. Change your name, Bill. Change your name, please. And just go. And anybody else, any other black man, that's a celebrity, just all change your names to Jewish surnames. Okay,
Right.
every last one of you out there. Okay, so no more Denzel Washington. Be Denzel Funkelstein. Just go for it, brothers. Change your last names.
Albertson. Denzel Albertson.
All right, our last story. Emmett Till Memorial shot up by 3 white racists, and his memorial has always been shot up down.
Yeah, they've been shooting that thing up forever.
So now here we are, and now he died 1955. They've been changing the memorial sign all this time because it keeps getting shot up by white supremacists. Now they said the next one they're going to put up is bulletproof. Should we all feel good about this? No.
No.
They finally thought of some shit good. No.
Yeah.
But look, this shit should have been bulletproof the first time they did it.
Right.
You should the first time they did the shit and redid it. You know what? This look like something they gonna always do. Yay! Make it bulletproof.
Mm-hmm. Now that memorial sign is in a spot where Emmett Till's body was just before he left out of Mississippi. That's where the memorial sign is.
Oh God, I'm so tired of these people.
This shit just crazy. Look, you can't even die.
No.
Right. You can't even rest in peace.
No. You can't just chill. No, you can't just chill and wait for the thing to get. No. It's not going to never happen.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you remember, when that trial was taking place in Mississippi, as if you're going to get justice as a black person in Mississippi, right? Not even today, you don't get that. But we know Emmett Till at the time, he was tortured and killed. And that was in August 1955. And of course, the white men were acquitted by an all-white male jury.
Mm-hmm.
So they put up the little, because they don't do nothing for us. We already know that. So they want to put up a placard and commemorate the spot that Emmett Till died in. Like I said, they always want to give us something with negativity attached to it, like the lynching museum. Yeah,
Right.
that's what the Black community been begging for, a
A
lynching.
lynching museum. I told somebody else that. I was like, man, I don't want to see no shit like that. Fuck, I want to see a museum commemorate motherfuckers that got lynched.
Yeah.
That gets more reparation talk.
Yeah. And you know what's even worse, LBZ? I was looking at some of the stuff online. They even got soil in jars of the locations where the lynchings took place. I don't know about you, but I don't want. Who the hell is asking to see? Oh, I want to go to the lynching museum. I want to see the soil where these black men were killed. Who the hell has to see that?
Is that real black man blood on the soil?
Yeah.
You wondering why it's 1 million white people at the lynching museum? You say, oh, they probably looking at what they did was wrong. Nah, they taking notes, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I remember, Lisa, you told me about that damn museum. I think you put up a video about it. I was like, damn. Who the fuck wants to see that?
Nobody.
I want the museum of the people that got their asses kicked for lynching people, but they can't find out who they are. But I want the white people who have been convicted museum. I know there won't be very many exhibits in the beginning, but please let's get
shit. That'll be a small one.
Yeah, it'll be very small. I know.
I'm about to say, Brenda, they're gonna take you to a janitor's closet.
Hey, you gotta start small, okay? You gotta start small. White folks have been convicted. Right now, the museum will fit in a closet, but let's just keep working on this, fam. And when we get our reparations check, then we're gonna have a big ass.
When we get our reparations check, we can pay somebody to burn that thing down.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh bullshit! We need a museum of crackers that then got convicted. I'd be there. Goddamn.
Yeah.
We all lined up in that closet like a mama. Who got a sentence that they deserve? None of these motherfuckers. Jeffrey Dahmer with a broomstick up his head. Like, no, he got the sentence, but he didn't get like that. Hell with that, man. That don't make no sense.
Right? That's what I'm saying. And the thing is, it's just an insult. Even the statues they got outside of it, people with fucking ropes around there. What the hell? It's just, the whole thing is an insult.
It's just.
I'm about to say, this shit sound like a joke, a bad joke.
It is a bad joke. And where is that museum, Lisa? Was it Mississippi?
Yes.
Yeah, in Mississippi, the black community don't have a pot to piss in.
Never mind.
Enough money to
Never mind.
Lynching museum. What kind of shit is that?
Never mind. Never damn mind. Yeah, Mississippi. Damn. Mississippi, y'all just set a new low. Just when I thought y'all couldn't get no more races, y'all went, hold on, nigger. Hold on to your fucking nigger lips. Watch the lynching museum.
Exactly. And then Mississippi is where they got people that have feces in their backyard because they don't have decent sewage, and but yet they got money to put up some damn lynching museum.
Right.
I mean, that's why Nina Simone said Mississippi, goddamn, and it still is. Still is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I swear to God, I don't understand them people in Mississippi. I don't get them at all.
Look, Cindy Hyde-Smith donated one of her dad's Klan robes.
Yeah, well, Mitch McConnell and all the rest of them, they need to donate them robes too. And Trump's daddy's got a robe, so I know he can reach in the closet and get his daddy's robe.
Mitch McConnell said he donated his great-great-granddaddy's whip.
Yeah, right.
And Trump has got his daddy's KKK robe. We know.
I laugh at the Mitch McConnell thing because remember, white folks have been running around here all this time. Well, the Irish were slaves too. The Irish were slaves too. You know, they were the slaves. Irish people were never slaves.
They were never slaves. That's bullshit.
I want you to listen to the slave owner names. This is why I keep telling y'all they lie about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
McConnell. That's an Irish name.
McConnell.
Beto O'Rourke. Beto O'Rourke's family also had slaves. These Irish people had slaves.
Yep. And they said Obama's mama family had slaves.
Yeah, they sure did. And they were Jews. They were Jews.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now that right there, talking all like all Irish people here had slaves. No, were slaves. No, they were slave owners.
No, they were slave owners, or they might have been indentured servants, but they were not slaves.
I'm about to say, see, we got to go through the stages of the Irish. First, they were the indentured servant.
Right.
Then, after they worked off their servitude, they got land, and they got to be an overseer. Most of the land used to be adjacent to the slave property. Then they would be the guys that whip and beat and get the slaves in line. Right after that, most of them became slave patrol and police officers to this very damn day.
Right. According to Beto O'Rourke and Mitch McConnell, slave owners too.
Sure. Well, I mean,
once they got enough money, they bought their own slave.
Yeah.
But first of all, you take the Irish, okay? You bring their indentured servants, and they work off whatever they owe. You put them in charge of running down black people, and guess whose land they're gonna take? You know, I mean, believe me, it's just ridiculous how much these people have stolen, you know, from black people. Even in my own family, we had acres and acres of land that had been stolen from my own family.
I got relatives whose family, their land got stolen too, Brenda. But you know what? Richard Spencer, his family, all the land they got down there in Louisiana, all stolen from black folks.
Of course.
All of it.
First of all, when you think about it, white folks stole the whole continent of you know, North America. Come on. They came over here, they stole the whole damn continent. Because the Native Americans, this is their land. Okay, they were here first. So these guys came over here on this ship with the fleas and stuff, and fleas and disease, and they stole every goddamn thing. Everything. It's easy to figure out who the thieves are.
Right.
Very easy.
Yeah, but you know, but that right there.
I'm looking at Christopher Clipper. He says, "I know Brenda loves the Irish." Yeah, don't make me go off on them, okay?
Yeah, but yeah, Richard Spencer, that farm that his family got, all of that land, every square inch was stolen from black families. Every square inch of that land his family got to this day.
Yep. Yep. And he a white ass supremacist still. Because he understands that white supremacy put him in the position that he's in.
That's right. That's right.
And that's one thing about that cracker there. He don't got no bones about letting you understand white supremacy put him where he is, and he loves it.
Yep. Yeah.
That's why he like Donald Trump. He the same way.
Oh, that every last one of them thieves.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they're talking to us, talking about, well, maybe if you Negroes didn't commit crimes and steal and kill people, you know, you might be liked. Motherfucker, you stole the nation and killed millions.
And still killing people every day.
Yeah.
You know, the reparations amount is daily is increasing, because as long as they commit crimes against us, the amount of money that they owe us goes up, and they haven't stopped. So, the reparations, piggy bank amount increases daily.
I mean, these folks don't need to be talking to us about crime. They done committed the biggest crime on earth, stealing land mass. They're not in any position to talk to somebody about some crime.
Well, you think about it, they have committed every crime there is on this planet, including destroying the planet, which is a crime. Who's doing all that shit?
Yeah.
It's them.
Sure is.
Biggest damn criminals in the universe.
That's why I don't be listening to their ranting about black folks. We ain't do this shit on no global scale. And even if we look at the crimes that black people are doing, it's small in comparison to what they've done.
Well, think about this too, Lisa. You know, when black folks get upset with another black person, they take care of them. It's like one-on-one, you know, you piss me off, I'm killing you. White folks, they go and they build ovens so they can put millions of people in it. They go get the Spanish Inquisition, the conquistadors.
Yeah. Or they create mechanisms like a guillotine. What the fuck?
Exactly.
We don't take it that far.
Yeah, they come up with all kinds of weapons of mass destruction, atom bombs, all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
All of that stuff came from them. Oh, did we lose LVZ? We lost LVZ?
No.
Okay.
Right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So all the masses of weapons of mass destruction came from them.
Yeah, that's what they do good. That's what they do good. Destruction. They do destruction real good. There's no production, nothing about which is why the world is in a standstill. I was looking at a joint the other day, y'all. Do you know America recycling shit is bullshit?
Yeah, because they're just throwing that stuff wherever they want to.
But look, at one point in time, right, we were sending all our recycling trash to China. China would use that and make whatever with it, and that's how they became a powerhouse. Then they said, no, we found other countries to send it to. Now they saying no. So what's going back is the trash coming back. To America. They sending America back trash. The Philippines told them, hey, look, y'all can take y'all trash back, have a party. I was just looking at it the other day. At least I was laughing. The Philippine president said, yeah, we ain't y'all damn trash, man. Y'all take that shit back and have a party and collect it and do whatever you want with it. Bust out there.
He also said he don't answer to white people. I was screaming. That European president said
Duterte, is that his name? Duterte?
Yeah,
he don't play.
He said he don't answer to white people. You know they don't like that mess. But you know what? Maybe we can get in that business. You give us reparations, we'll take care of your trash. We'll put it back in your yard. How about that?
We spread all that shit right back where it belongs. Drinking all this mother stuff.
The only thing I want to take from them is reparations. I don't want no trash. Just some cash. No trash, just cash.
If I got that trash, I would literally fly it over their communities and let it rip. That's what I would do. They were in a sea of trash once I got finished.
I can see Lisa and her trash, you know, like they have the crop dusters. Lisa would be in her trash duster. She'd be flying over, doing her flybys, dumping trash.
Look at what they did. They put manufacturers up and made sure the air would blow towards the black community.
Oh, yes.
Not only returning the favor by dumping the trash back in their communities.
Yeah.
Hey, Katie, you made it back? Katie?
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back, Lisa. You had to answer my phone. Yeah, but I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's damn. I mean, they sending the trash back. I love that shit.
I take my money. Just go over these certain neighborhoods and just let it rip. Just let it just fall out the plane.
I go back in their neighborhood and throw it all on the streets and shit.
That's what I'm talking about. By air, it'll go on their lawn, it'll go in their pools, it'll go everywhere. On top of the roof, it'll be everywhere.
Yep, and the bigger the house, the bigger the trash dump. You know? Uh-huh.
Their whole neighborhood would be a dump.
Yeah, those multi-million-dollar estates up there, get you a Boeing 747 worth of trash and dump it on there,
That's what I'm saying.
They done ran out of things to do with the trash with their dumb ass. Look, what they need to do is what they've been doing. Go to Africa and steal one of their ideas.
Yeah.
Do what you've been doing, white folk. Go to Africa and steal one of their good ideas. How they've been doing as Africans. Y'all don't have bottled water problem. That is because we don't poison our water, so we don't have to bottle it. Oh,
exactly.
I never thought it.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, there is a heat wave, y'all, right now in Antarctica.
Oh, God.
And they are already saying the sea levels can rise as high as 23 feet. And what people aren't thinking about, all these little islands all over the world, those islands are going to disappear.
Man.
Well, I know where I live in London, and I live like 1 block away from the river, the Thames River. That shit's gonna flood.
Well, they got the articles out, and Brenda, you know how they're titled? Antarctica is on fire.
Wow.
They're talking about the heat wave that just hit. They're saying it's on fire.
How hot is it?
It's supposed to be 108 degrees.
What?
Yeah, in Antarctica. Antarctica is getting the same weather that Europe.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Tariq was just mocking a dude recently about asking him why haven't people settled in Antarctica. He said, "Nigga, it's Antarctica. It's too cold."
Yeah.
Niggas out there vacationing in Antarctica and gonna get washed away because it's not supposed to be hot in Antarctica.
Well, I told you, Lisa, about I sent you that link to the salmon in Alaska are having heart attacks because the water is too hot.
Too hot, yep. And they said the heat dome is over Antarctica. You know that same heat dome that was over 2/3 of the US last week?
Yep, and over here is now
over there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, that heat dome is over Antarctica. And the title of the article I'm looking at says Antarctica is on fire.
Oh my Lord.
Hit by a heat wave.
I mean, I just feel sorry for the animals there, really.
Yeah. The hotter the water, the more of the oxygen is drawn out of it.
Yeah, and then the polar bears, they're not polar bears on in Antarctica, but I mean up north, polar bears starving to death, and in Antarctica, all them penguins and oh Lord.
Yeah, so Antarctica is getting it now. Antarctica heat wave hits world northmost settlement. Heat wave in Antarctica. Heat wave in Antarctica. Yeah. Wow. All them icebergs and all that ice up there, that shit gonna be gone.
Poor motherfucking penguins, man.
Yeah, I know. I feel sorry for the animals.
Yeah, got that extra blubber and shit because they are in the cold. They ain't gonna go over so well in the heat.
Them niggas gonna have a heat stroke. All them penguins gonna be laid out dead than a motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And last ones left gonna look like crackheads. They gonna look like Kellyanne Conway.
Yeah, exactly. Because she looked like a crackhead. That's for damn sure. And she poster child for a crackhead.
Yeah, she got more like that. She got more like that man forehead and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep, here's another one. Antarctica is about to bake.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, wow. I'm just too upset. Poor penguins.
Wow.
Right. Look, the white side of me coming out. I'm worried about the animals. I'm not worried about nothing but the animals. These motherfuckers.
I feel for the animals. I don't feel for none of the people. It's just the animals, because the people created this shit.
Yeah,
Right.
or did. And Trump sitting up there saying it ain't real. That's what his ass is saying.
I wish he wasn't real.
Yeah, that's the only thing we wish wasn't real is him.
Yep.
That's right. He's sitting there saying it ain't real. Meanwhile, it's penguins running around talking about fuck Trump.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's dirty ass polar bears running around skinny than a motherfucker because all the sand.
They sure are. When you see pictures of them, it's shocking to see polar bears look like that.
Yeah, they're skin and bones.
Yeah. I mean, they are literally not finding enough to eat, but see, the animals that they prey on are dying.
Yes.
Right.
You know, the microbes are in the ocean warming up, and you got the oxygen that's being drawn out from the heat. And the animals that they normally prey on, they're just not around anymore.
Right, they're dying. Yeah, and then they got that that flesh-eating disease. Did you notice? Tell me if I'm wrong. It's only white folks getting that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, them the motherfuckers that love the beach.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it on the East Coast right now.
Yeah.
Them the motherfuckers that love the beach. They love to go way out in the ocean.
But see, this is what I. Even though they love the beach, yeah. But even black folks that live on the coast, they're not getting this. It's just the white folks.
Right, because we're not getting in the water like that.
Yeah, we don't get nobody. We don't get.
No, but you got black cultures where they go fishing in the sea. The Polynesians and people off the coast of Africa. But I bet you if we did a little bit of research, we would find that black folks are not getting the flesh.
They're not getting the flesh.
We're more in tune with this earth.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Know when to do something and when not to do something.
Do it. Yeah, I'm about to say. Look, that's what we were saying, Brenda, before you had hopped on earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It was warning here on just DC regular news. It was like the beaches are deadly and full of bacteria, and that's how these people catching these flesh-eating diseases because of the global warming. And they was like, it's certain days you shouldn't go. They said they know for a fact it's at least 8 days out the year. Certain beaches here in DC, Maryland, Virginia are deadly if you get in the water.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. So you got to figure out what those 8 days are. I said, damn. That's like playing Russian roulette.
Yeah, it's like just keep your ass off the beach and
keep your ass off the beach like that. But see,
here in my state, they put them signs up telling people to stay out of the water, and their white asses get out there anyway.
Go swimming, right?
Well, over here in with the heat wave we had, they've been pulling bodies out of the river because people, they get so hot and they take their clothes off and they jump in the river and say, I think I'll just go for a little swim, and then that tide grabs their asses and that's it.
Oh, the riptide, yeah.
They've been pulling people out of the rivers all over Great Britain.
Yeah.
But at least they did go for a swim. This was their last motherfucking stroke.
Yeah. We have riptides. We have them every single year, Brenda. And there's always somebody to get out there, get caught up in it, and die. Every single year.
Look, I was laughing about that shit yesterday when we on the boat. That boat shaking violently. Me and my little brother, we got motion sickness. My son got sickness. We sick as a motherfucker trying to fish. At the end, even my father got caught it. They shaking like I said, man, these motherfuckers be on the sea every day. I said, I'm seeing these violent waves moving the boat. We got to go back and shit. I'm like, and it'd be dumb white motherfuckers trying to swim in this shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm going to swim the English Channel. Good luck.
And the thing is, the Thames River is filthy. It's filthy. I don't care how hot it gets. I would never jump into the Thames River.
Well, you know what, Brenda? I'm right over here by Atlantic City, not too far from it. And, I got in that water as a child. As an adult, I have never been in that water, and I have no intentions of going in there.
Yeah. Yeah. The river, first of all, this river is not, there's no beaches on the Thames River. So, you got to just jump off into the bank, into the river. And the river is filthy. And it has a very strong, tidal pull, and
Undercurrents and stuff like
undercurrents and shit. And, these people are like, it's hot. Let's go for a swim. Oh, no.
Next thing you know, yeah. Oh, I'll take a dip. Oh no, it's coming! Oh, someone, please! No, we won't have any of that.
Did you see, LVZ? Did you see that picture of? I forgot what beach it was. I think it was around. It was one beach, I think, somewhere down south, and they did an aerial shot of these white kids in the water, and a great white shark was not far from them, and they were playing and having a good time and didn't even know a white shark was lurking around them, a great white shark. And somebody took the picture.
Dang.
They probably thought, it's just a great big white dude. So.
I don't think they saw it. He was at a distance where he was far enough where they didn't pick up on him, but he could have easily took them kids out.
Yeah, he could have swam through and got them with them.
I don't think they even saw them. It was the people flying over that took
the helicopter that saw
it. Yeah. And they were like, oh, them kids are real close to that great white shark. But I don't think they themselves knew that shark was there.
No, they didn't. And it's a good thing. I hope they did. Did they get the shark away?
Yeah, did Jaws get a meal?
I think they got the kids out of the water. But that thing was very close to those children. And they didn't see nothing.
What they said?
Florida. There you go. Mike got it up there. It was in Florida where that happened.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's another damn place. Oh,
yeah. White children were swimming out there in the water because they don't stay close to the beach. They try to go out as far as they can. And that shark was creeping up on their asses.
You look like a turtle.
Yeah.
You'll be delicious. Oh. Tastes a little salty, but they don't have to do. He ain't saltine. He got him a little saltine.
I want, Jaws is getting a tasty snack.
Well, the biggest shark attacks on the earth happen in South Africa and Australia. It hit up the worst. Them people that go out there in that water.
Yeah,
Yeah. Nah, I just want you to repeat. What was the places?
South Africa and Australia.
Okay, you talking about the place where they banned black people from going to the beach.
Yeah.
And the place where they annihilated black people and called Everett. Okay.
Yeah.
Sharks.
They get the most attacks on the planet.
Yep.
See what you mean when they say you are what you eat?
Yeah.
Them sharks ate black folks millions of years ago. And them souls of them black folks was in them sharks. I said, you know what? I'm sorry I had to eat you, but I ain't too fond of these Peckerwoods people. Let them jump up. Let them jump up in this water. Huh?
Yep, and them two places just they eating up white folks. The sharks eating the white folks. I mean, actually, when I think about it, I have never known a shark to eat a black person.
You sure don't hear a lot about it.
I don't think because we ain't stupid enough to go hang out.
Right. When they get attacked on things that black people just normally don't do. They go out there on those surfing boards and they get attacked. We don't be doing all that mess.
No, we don't be doing that shit. No.
And the one or two black people that do it, the shark be so amazed that he see a nigga doing that shit. He just let him take. The shark in their eyes. Oh, what the fuck is this? What is this nigga? This nigga, I'll let him go. This nigga's cool.
Well, the best surfers in the world was, in Hawaiians. I mean, they black. I mean, the black Hawaiians.
Yeah, Duke and all of them, yeah.
Yeah. And then they out there, and they out there day in, day out for decades, breaking all the records for surfing, and the sharks leave their asses alone, so that tells you something.
Yeah, the sharks think they cool. It's like, these niggas, look at, did you see that shit?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this white motherfucker trying to motherfucking cultural appropriate. I'm gonna make a snack of this cracker.
Yeah, exactly.
It's on the menu. Peckerwood, baby.
A cultural appropriation snack. I like that.
Right. You know what? Cultural appropriation. Yeah, I'm gonna make me a little snack. Peckerwood's on the menu.
No, the funny part was, I don't know if y'all saw that video back in the day of these white folks were out there on a boat and a whale came leaping out the water, and this white woman jumps on the phone and calls the cops. I said, she called the police on a whale? I mean, it was just so.
Damn. I mean, what did you think they were?
What was they gonna do?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
They was gonna come out and Mike Brown the whale. Ain't that a bitch?
And which whale was it, ma'am? Which whale was it?
It was the black whale with the hoodie on.
Yeah. I said, these people, it's not even funny.
Yeah, the whale with the Straight Outta Compton T-shirt. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. No, what that whale was letting you know was he didn't like you in his territory. That's why he came out that water like that.
Mm-hmm.
Damn right. I seen that shit. I said, see, that's your dumb ass get. I was always wondering if that would happen. That'd scare the shit out of me then.
Yeah.
Motherfucker ever be in one of them boats and a whale come out the water on you?
Yeah.
I've been out, because I used to live in California, but I've been out with friends, and we went out following whales, and I tell you, wow. And we had one of them whales jumped up out of the water, and I'm so glad that we weren't anywhere near it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am so glad.
Well, before we go, I want to just make a few announcements. From now on, please look in the community tab. I'm going to be putting the Hangouts there because so many people are saying they're not getting the notification. We know that's YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I don't get notified of these.
Yeah, I don't get notified.
So where's the community tab?
I'll show you. Let me just.
Okay.
Let me.
I just happened to be looking around, and there you were, because I don't get notifications.
Yeah, we don't. It's YouTube effing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, and effing around is the very thing that the enemy loves to do.
Damn sure do. We know what to do. Let's screw up their communication.
Okay. Now I know what you mean, Lisa. If I go to your channel and then there's a menu, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a tab that says community.
Right.
Okay, now I got it. I got it.
Putting it there so everybody just check the community tab every day.
Yeah. Okay.
Just get in the habit of checking that because I put my podcast out there too. I don't know if y'all.
Oh, I didn't know that was out there. Okay.
That picture of Victor Blackwell you got up that joint is hilarious.
Oh, you like that one?
That picture is hilarious.
What is this? Bob, what is this? With Victor Blackwell, what?
The picture she got in the community thing. Oh my God.
Wait, I gotta go take a look at this.
Hey, I'm about to cry like that. Look at this. You see this thing? Look. Oh,
yeah. So,
okay, let me go. I gotta see this.
If you go to my channel, y'all, hold on. Come on, what are you doing?
Okay, okay, it's under community. I'm look. I'm look.
I'm trying to get there. Let me try another way.
Where?
Brandon, I
Oh,
got him up
oh.
on the screen, Brandon. Can you see him?
Yeah, LVZ. I know you could come up with a good caption for that one.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That's
I
just
mean,
hilarious.
my mind just went to a terrible, terrible place.
It did.
Yes, because he gay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. He's actually married with kids, and that's even more.
I mean, I'm looking at this picture and I'm seeing, okay, I'm not going to swallow. But anyway, never mind.
Ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, this
That
is not the first time he's been crying on TV. He's done this before, probably like a year ago.
This nigga.
He's a
Cried
disgrace.
on CNN, tears. He was broken up over Trump's racism.
We need to call this.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, him screaming his damn tears. I mean, what a fucking snowflake, man.
Crying Cardwell.
Yeah,
he's a disgrace.
He's been crying for quite some time. And you see,
I know that the Black Authority went in on his ass.
Well, that's the kind of Black person you know CNN wants on the air. They want crybaby, or they want somebody gay like Don Lemon.
Well, they got both. They killed two birds with one stone with him.
Yeah,
baby and gay.
Yeah, and that's the only kind of Black men they want to promote.
Yep,
they don't want to promote nothing else, y'all. Just this kind of Black man. And to add insult to injury, he acts like he's so hurt by what Trump has done to those 4 women. And I said, first of all, Trump is an asshole. He really shouldn't be in that fight at all. That was a fight in Congress that he decided to pull it into the public.
Right.
If those women were left alone, they probably would have resolved their issues.
Exactly.
You know, he got all involved in that, and in my opinion, he made the situation worse.
Yeah, well, you know, Trump just likes to start shit with everybody. You know that.
He's just an asshole. Just one of the entertainers. You know what I'm saying? Just entertain.
First-rate asshole.
And for this dude to pull this fucking snowflake move, sit up there showing tears. I mean, damn, dude, you ain't doing yourself no favors, homie.
Nope.
No.
It's embarrassing.
Everybody that has sense is going in on him. Now, you know, all the white women, they like it. They say, oh, you're showing your sensitive side. Yeah, but meanwhile, the Black community, we're laughing at your ass because you're a disgrace.
Yeah.
Yeah, showing your sensitive side.
Well, like I said, he's cried before. And just notice the ones on TV crying. Angela Rye was on there crying before. Those are the kind of Negroes they want on there.
Right.
We need to keep a list of Negroes who cry on TV.
Damn right.
Make sure they don't get a check. Now, so far, I ain't getting one because she's not ADOS.
And that Black lady that was talking about she a councilman in Georgia because the dude called her fat and lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she need to go ahead on.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. But
and Lisa, do you know if ZooTube man lost his job yet? That guy that called.
I don't think so. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't think he lost his job. You know, he keeps hiding behind his father's death as
clearly the man has psychological issues, so he needs to be out of the job because his dad was killed by a Black man, so he's not mentally fit to be in the workplace.
Yeah, I'm about to say because that's a detriment to any Black employee that they have. That lets you know that they don't got nothing.
Yeah. But you know, it's a disgrace. I mean, if I
was a Black employee there, I would say I'm very afraid.
Yeah,
this guy gets triggered by Black people. You know, I would just.
or both. Whenever I see a black person, I just nigger.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Never heard.
Eric Blackwell is too old to be crying over racism like that. I'm sorry.
First of all, he's too old to be crying. Period.
Yeah. Racism. Your ass been living with that since coming out of the damn womb. Okay. I mean, how could you be weeping over that at this point?
But see, Lisa, when these black guys think that they can gay their way into being accepted by the dominant society, and they get there and wake up call, they just don't know how to take it. Because he's probably thinking, I have gayed my way into being accepted by, the white supremacists, and he got a high paying gig at as they call it, Caucasian News Network.
Exactly.
And, so they think they think they're in. They think they're in. And then when somebody come up and call them a nigger, they fall apart.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know.
Because they feelings hurting.
Yeah.
He called me nigger. Yeah, he did that with like 18 policies too. You mind?
That's right.
Yeah.
And they thought they had gayed their way into being accepted by the white supremacists. I'm like Don Lemonade. He thinks he's gayed his way into being accepted. Yeah, well, Wait till the white boyfriend gets sick of your ass.
They just using him right now because look, Don think he's slick. We was on his head. Then Trump happened, and then look, he grew a little fake afro.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And started talking tough about Donald Trump, and now all of a sudden I care about my community. No, get out.
Yeah. Well, but you notice he's gone full coon now, because now they get him to interview all the black people who have been, whenever a video goes viral or something, he interviews the black people. And I saw he interviewed those two women where the white lady went up and called him a nigger in the restaurant.
Yeah.
And then he interviewed the black guy who was, a victim of ZooTube man. And, that interview with that guy really pissed me off. Really pissed me off, because he was like, well, listen, what could you have done to make sure that this triggered white person felt good in your presence? I mean, what the fuck? What the fuck? Damn. Shit.
What you mean? What could you have?
He was
like the answer should have been, first of all, why is it why is the onus on me to make somebody I ain't even paying attention to feel any kind of way?
Yeah, exactly. But the brother was that he interviewed, I think he was a little moist, and he was trying to play a little kumbaya too. So he pissed me off. Don Lemonade had me pissed off, and the brother had me pissed off.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. And no, it's not our responsibility to make them feel comfortable.
No,
that's not our responsibility.
Nope. If you get triggered, that's your problem.
And always bring that up to black people.
I know.
I noticed that, because if you remember that black guy that was being blocked from getting into his building by that white woman, she said out of her mouth, "I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable." What? Like, we supposed to do something about that? Fuck you.
Yeah. I'm not responsible for your comfort.
No.
Go away. If you uncomfortable, that's too goddamn bad.
Bad.
I mean, I wish that they had interviewed me, because I would say, if he was uncomfortable, that's too goddamn bad. That ain't my problem. And then, by the way, I would have asked, was his daddy killed by a black person? I want to know.
I don't care.
And no, but that's why.
It wasn't every black person. Every black person didn't kill your father.
Sure. So I know. Yeah, but that's why, that's why this guy was saying he was Trump, the white guy.
Yeah, but you know what? Go read about how his father was killed. He went out and fucked with a black man with mental issues.
Yeah, well, then he deserves to have his ass kicked. Because anybody that got half a brain cell will know you don't fuck with no crazy people. Okay?
Well, hold on. Then I don't understand. You get triggered when you see black people. Ain't you learned your lesson? That you don't just walk up to them. They might be crazy and fuck around and kill you.
Right.
The lesson you learned from that was approach them, harass them, and call the police. That's bullshit.
Right. But see, that's what his dad did. If you go back and read about what his father did, he followed and harassed a black man with mental he had mental health issues, right? And that black man actually picked up a flower pot and killed his father with it. He beat him with it and killed him.
That his father was responsible for his own death, because you shouldn't have been following no crazy ass person and harassing him.
So he really is doing the same thing his father did.
Well, he want to die young. Okay. We'll go out there and keep fucking with black people.
What happened? He's trying to act like this guy just out of the blue jumped his father. No, his father went out there and was messing with that man. And people
see, that's the part of the story they don't want to tell you.
Right. And people said that black man was known. People all around there knew he had mental issues. All of them knew. But he decided to go out there and fuck with this guy and follow him. And no telling what he said, called him all kinds of niggers and everything else. It's no telling what he said. But he literally picked up one of those heavy flower pots and he beat the father with it until he killed him.
Yep.
Well, his father was asking for it.
Did they charge the man?
I don't know if they charged the man, LVZ. They just explained what happened to his dad.
Well, his dad, sound like George Zimmerman. But this time, Trayvon got away from the.
Another part of that story, y'all, he called the police, and the police said they were on their way. And when he hung up with the police, he went out there and started fucking with the guy.
I told you.
Yeah, well, this guy's daddy got what he deserved.
Dad was George Zimmerman, got that ass murked for minding another man's business.
Yeah, he got what he deserved, but that's what happened. But when he tells the story, he's trying to make it sound like, oh, this guy just out of the blue killed my dad, and that's not what happened.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my God, this black monster behemoth. He came out of the woods. He attacked my dad, he killed my dad, and I'm scared of black people. Like, oh, please.
Yeah, black monster behemoth with a huge flower pot. Like, whoa.
Right. And that's why he got killed. If he would have just minded his business and let the police come out there and take care of it, his father would not have died.
Yep. Well, that's one that is where he needs to be for being stupid. You get your ass because you die because you're stupid.
Exactly.
Yeah, well,
I'm about to say, well, one thing for damn sure, that's where he going to be. He ain't coming back from that.
Nope. That's how they really, and they probably laughed at him. Like, man, why were you messing with that guy? Right. Don't you know you don't mess with crazy black people bearing flower pots?
You know whose fault it is that so many of these mentally ill people that are dangerous are walking around? Ronald Reagan. Remember?
Oh, I know. Yeah. Oh, I know.
He's the reason why this is going on.
I grew up in Brooklyn, and I grew up at the time, because I'm old, at the time when Reagan was president. I was a teenager, and I had a little, job in the neighborhood, and right up the road from where I lived was a state mental hospital. And I remember the day when Reagan shut that shit down. Yeah. And I remember on the street There were all these people standing around holding brown paper bags, which had all their worldly possession in there because Reagan just put them out on the street. These people had nowhere to go. And I blame him for the homeless problem. The homeless problem started with Reagan. Because before that, we didn't have people living on the streets. We didn't. Reagan started that shit when he put all those mentally ill people on the street.
Right. And see what happened, Brenda, what a lot of people don't realize, some of those people were so severe, they couldn't live on their own. Putting them out on the street was a death sentence.
Of course, these people at the time I was working in a bank I had a summer job as a teller. And these people came in the bank because they didn't know where to go. And they came up, to the counter and they were asking for all this crazy shit. And it was just so sad. Oh my God, when I went home, I just cried.
Yeah, I remember seeing some of those people out there.
Mm-hmm. They had nowhere to go.
It wasn't entirely their fault, but some of them were so jacked up.
It's not their fault. They got a mental problem. They got a mental problem. You don't take a person that's mentally ill and put them on the street, but that's what Reagan did.
Around me, Brenda, some of them caused traffic accidents. They were literally going in front of cars and stopping the traffic.
Yeah.
And, when people were trying to get around them and everything, it became a dangerous situation.
Yeah, because they didn't know what to do. They were lost. They didn't know what to do.
Right. And we had one that the police had to come and get them. The person was mentally ill and they were dancing in the middle of the street during rush hour. This was rush hour.
I remember this street that I worked on. It was a very busy shopping street. They had a little bank there. And they had to get the cops out there to get these people off the street because they didn't know where to go.
I remember that, Queen of Spades. Yeah, there were people that were pushed off of platforms at the subway by those mentally ill people. I remember when that happened.
Damn.
Yeah, it got bad out here, LV.
Oh yeah, that did. That demon. Yeah, and then you get these white folks up and they say, oh well, Ronald Reagan was our greatest Republican president. He was a fucking demon, just like all of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Well, the funny shit about that, look, this how shit irony works. He gets shot by a motherfucker who ended up in a crazy house, and we got to see that motherfucker walk up and down the street every day. Some wild shit. And we used to see. Because they had Hinckley locked up in the crazy house in St. E. But then when the laws got lax, they start letting them motherfuckers just walk around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got dangerous all over the country.
Yeah, because you walk down the street growing up in New York, you don't meet people's eyes because they might be crazy. They might just, latch in on you. So you just, you keep your eyes looking away. You see somebody that looks a little off, you cross the street, really.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Christopher Clipper, I didn't see them have sex on the street, but I did see some of them defecating.
Yeah, just shitting anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that, around that time when they all got released. I did see that. I did see some of them publicly taking dumps on them.
And then you would go around and you would see shit on the street. And it wasn't from no damn dog. Right.
But I know, I wouldn't doubt they were having sex out in public, but that's the one thing I did not see them do. But yeah.
Damn demon Reagan.
And look at what happened to him at the end of his life. Didn't he have Alzheimer's or something?
Yeah, Alzheimer's. But, the thing is, he still didn't get what he deserved because he was a man that had Alzheimer's who was filthy rich.
Right.
So we had people to wipe his ass every day and wipe the drool from his face and shit, so he still didn't get what he deserved.
Motherfucker did so much racist, devilish shit. the shit took over his mind and he can't remember nothing.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, and then they actually worship his sorry ass.
Yeah, they
And,
do love that.
and the conservative Brits over here, they said, "Oh, we really like Reagan because he and Margaret Thatcher were friends." Well, they were both demons.
Yeah.
Fuck Margaret Thatcher. We don't like her.
Yeah. Right.
Both of them are demons. Both of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's all they did. And see, that's why I don't really, I mentioned the overcrowding where the Mexicans is, but that's nothing new. That's what I'm trying to tell people in America. They've been overcrowding our people in prisons forever now.
Yeah, I'm about to say, look, in one spot.
Right. The Mexicans are getting way more shine than our people that have been going on with our people for centuries.
And do you know, Lisa? Somebody pointed out when Pence and his crew went down to the border, they were all wearing the same white supremacist outfit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
Destiny smacked the tacos out of that bitch.
They were wearing the khaki pants and the polo shirts. That is the uniform, khaki pants and a black polo shirt. That is the official white supremacist uniform.
Yeah. And you know something? They said the stench was unbearable because they didn't give them people showers.
No.
And they said when you walk in there, you will almost pass out from the stench.
Yeah.
And watching them, think about it. They go down there and watch them like they're watching a zoo animal in a cage.
Yep.
Yep. And is that any different from what happened to us? We were really in human zoos.
Yep.
So this is what America does. And if you notice, Trump ain't the slightest bit concerned. He's like, I don't care. They're in cages. Did you ever hear him say nothing? He don't give a shit.
No, he don't. He don't.
He don't care about people being in cages.
I mean, these people have been walking for God knows how many miles. They already stink.
Right.
And then you put them up in cages and don't allow them to bathe. You don't give them clean clothes to put on. They got no toothbrushes, no deodorant, no nothing. Good God. Oof.
Right. It's an expense alone just trying to house them and take care of them.
Yeah, but they get paid $700 a day each to take care of those people. You mean to tell me that $700 a day is not enough to have somebody, take a shower and have some fresh, clean clothes to put on and some toothpaste and shit?
The hell with that. $700 a day. Give me my damn reparations. If you got money like that, then give me my reparations.
But that's right. Lisa, that's what they paying those crooks down there. They're paying them $700 a day for those people. And so you know what they're doing with the $700.
I don't know what they're doing. What they need to do is go to the man that sell the black soap at the corner and go buy that from the black man and a rag from him and go give it to each one of them and they say the cost.
No, no, they ain't gonna do that. They actually convicted 3 Mexican people who were administrators in 3 of those damn detention camps, and they went and they found out that they had embezzled like millions and millions of dollars. That's what they're doing with the damn money. They're stealing it.
Well, Brenda, they just caught 16 U.S. Marines trafficking those illegals over the border.
Yep. I mean, these people are just pure evil.
We'll bring you here so you can work in my house.
Yeah, right.
All right.
They're just pure evil.
What's your name? Consuela? All right. What you gonna do? You're gonna live in my closet. You're gonna watch my kids while my wife goes to work, bitch. That's what Chad said, smuggling them across the border.
Mm-hmm.
No, when I think of these
people, I'm going to have you come and clean my toilets. And when my wife leaves for work, you can be my bed warmer. You can come back here and lay around with me. That's what them perverted people are doing.
See, that's what Arnold Schwarzenegger did.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sure did. Had a son
exactly.
With the help.
Yep. Yep, he got his little Consuelo up there. Yep.
And the
Mhm.
son looked more like him than his kids with his wife.
Yep. Exactly.
Hmm.
With his no dick self.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, right.
Tiny PP.
Mhm. I'm telling you. Yeah, but you know what? America has always packed people into places. They really didn't have to go down there near no border to look at people in cages. They got people in cages right in their state called the prisons.
It's called the prisons. That's right. And they got people in cages for having a joint.
And it's overcrowded. And guess what? A lot of times the showers don't work.
That's right. The toilets don't work. Yep.
And the guards beat the shit out of them.
Yep.
In fact, I had came across a story. I just didn't do the story, and it's of a black man from the crack epidemic. He's in there for life because of the 3 strikes you're out law, and he just had a little bit of crack on him.
Mm-hmm.
He's in there for the rest of his life over crack.
Meanwhile, they just confiscated.
Opioid addicts are free on the streets.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you heard they confiscated a tanker or a ship or something. J.P. Morgan Chase owned
Yeah.
the damn cocaine ocean tanker, full of cocaine and shit. Yeah, none of them people going to jail.
Yeah, well, Brenda, I actually kind of mocked that in my video.
Oh, that was a mistake. That was somebody else's. That belonged to a nigga.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, come on. It wasn't my tanker. I mean, just go look around.
There he is. His name's Jamal. Look, his name's Jamal Paul Chase. There's the nigga there.
Hey, y'all. That's right. You put your nose up in the air and wave it like you just don't care. Maybe
Yeah, no bullshit. Throw your straw in the air.
That's hilarious. That's Jamal's oil tanker. That's Jamal's tanker. That's
you know what? That goes back and proves what our people were saying during the crack epidemic. They said, we didn't bring this crack in here. We don't have boats. We don't have helicopters.
Nope.
We have none of that shit that you put drugs in. Who was it? J.P. Morgan.
Yep, J.P. Morgan.
One's bringing the drugs in, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Got a big ass tanker. It's supposed to be oil in there, but it was nothing in there but cocaine. And then they probably like, what? That tanker is sitting kind of high on the water because
damn sure is. You ain't never lied to that sister. It was sitting higher than a motherfucker.
It was sitting high on the water, because oil is heavy, and cocaine ain't as heavy as oil. So that thing was literally it was sitting high on the water in more ways than one.
They arrested the crew, right? I said, I bet you they're not going to go to J.P. Morgan and arrest somebody.
Yeah. No. Oh no. J.P. Morgan is like, no, that's Jamal's tanker, like LVC said. Yeah. Jamal, really? Wait a minute. Let's check the register here. Do any black people own any oil tankers? We don't seem to have any records. Oh well, that's a secret record. Jamal.
Look, y'all want an example of what's gonna happen? Look up. I think it was Berwyn Heights here in Maryland. A politician got sent a whole bunch of weed to his house, and they busted him. They found it, and he was like, "Oh, that wasn't my weed. That was for somebody else." And that they just left it at that. Oh yeah, that weed was supposed to go somewhere else.
Yeah, that was Jamal's weed, and Jamal, he didn't come to the party, so
To
what
be
can I say?
To LVC, I don't think any of that crew was black. You know why? Because they didn't show the crew that got arrested. They just said they arrested the crew, but they never showed nary face. I don't believe any of those people on that boat were black.
Look,
come on. So we wouldn't have been on no damn tanker in the first place.
Yeah,
come on.
No tanker like that.
Yeah, and then secondly, Lisa just proved it. They ain't show their face. Come on, they couldn't wait to show 12 mean-looking niggas selling cocaine. Come on. Where has the news missed the chance to demonize? So look, they'll show you a picture of a dead teenager,
Sure will.
but they gonna protect the face of a motherfucking black cocaine. Shit. When they found out, when they got the dirt on motherfucking Rayful Edmonds, they were showing his face in Atlanta, and he not even from there.
Yeah.
They locked up a nigga in DC.
There ain't none of us working on no oil tankers or cocaine tankers. Ain't none of us. You know, they ain't hiring us to work on no tankers.
No, that's what I'm saying. But you know what? That really revealed who's really bringing the drugs in here. It's a lot of these big bankers and Wall Street people.
Well, actually, not. It didn't reveal it. It just gave us solid evidence of what we already knew.
That's what it revealed. That's what it revealed.
Yep. Gave us solid evidence of what we already knew.
It just proved you needed the smoking gun. Here it is.
Yes.
And look, if you ain't know the government had nothing to do with it, watch how nobody gets convicted.
Right.
It's just gonna be some dope that they found. Oh, we found this. You found it. Who was it addressed to?
They found El Chapo.
Oh, they just sentenced El Chapo.
Sure did.
Yeah, but he supposedly disappeared.
Shit, he ain't disappeared from here, did he?
He ain't gonna disappear from where they got him.
Yeah, I'm about to say
after they sentenced him, they couldn't find him.
Shit, they ain't let him. Yeah, they must have killed him or sent him to Guantanamo Bay because we got him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I read somewhere that they sentenced his ass, and then they couldn't figure out exactly where he was.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, Brenda, he over here.
He sure is.
That motherfucker. Let me tell you where you find him. In the jail cell. It ain't none of that motherfucking. All that hocus pocus bullshit can work in that. But when these motherfuckers look, he in Colorado Supermax.
Yep, he sure is.
That's where he at.
They put him in one of the tightest security prisons in
I know. I heard they were going to put him in there. Yeah.
Oh no, he in there. He there.
Okay.
That motherfucker's gone. Look. Yeah. Look, we used you for what we needed you for. Adios, amigos.
Yep, exactly. Yep. Because when the government uses your ass up, that's it.
No, he ain't in one of them Mexican makeshift prisons. He ain't in nothing like that.
Yeah, none of that shit. He built this self like Pablo Escobar. You gotta understand, when them white folks come to get you, at a certain point when they come to get you, them motherfuckers gonna get you. You know they don't look. You know, and you, Brenda, with your black self, you know of all. They don't let you go when they.
Hell, they would arrest me for looking at some cocaine. I wouldn't even have to have it on my possession. I could just be looking at it.
Crack addicts, life sentences, y'all. Life sentences.
Right.
Life sentence. That's why Obama was giving out them pardons to many of those prisoners that were in there for life from the crack epidemic.
Right. Ain't it funny how they tell us go back to Africa, but these motherfuckers won't really let us leave?
Right.
You can go back to Africa if you don't like it here. All right, give me my money. Why don't you like it here? I want you to stay.
Right, exactly. What we need to say is, okay, we'll leave. Where's our money?
Where's my money? I leave.
Marcus Garvey tried to get out of here. What did they do?
Know.
I told you. They busted him. They don't really want you to go nowhere. They can't do nothing. They just want you to love your slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just love your slavery, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I would have said?
Right, because when they come and say stuff to me, this is what they say. She don't like us. She don't like white people. She don't. Why is it so important for me to like you? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
How is that so damn important?
Yeah, you don't like me. Why should I like you? Really?
Right.
Really? I mean, seriously. What is this about? I don't need to like you. Yeah. Damn shame.
Please, you don't like you hate white people. No, I just ain't fond of you, motherfucker.
I never get why they keep saying that. You don't like white people, and I'm like, where's the written rule that I gotta like all of them?
I have to. Why do I got to be?
What the hell is all this whining for?
Yeah, right. You know, speaking of whining, when that Moise Coon was up there crying about Baltimore and shit, you know, and then the people, the city council, whoever the hell they are, they getting up in there talking their shit. I just would have said to them, you know what, Trump, write us a check and we'll clean this fucking place up. You know, that's what I would have said to his ass. Write a check and we'll clean this fucking place up.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they're like, "Ooh, this is a great American city." No, it ain't. It ain't on my goddamn bucket list. I have never once in my life said I want to go to Baltimore.
Yeah, but no, I just don't get that because they write me a lot, or they'll say it in a video. Lisa Cabrera's a racist. She don't like us. Well, why do I have to like you? I don't make videos whining about you not liking me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
I just don't understand why they, you know, the only thing that makes sense to me why they do that, y'all, they must be brought up. During the time they're raised, their families must be telling them, you don't have to like black people, but they love us. It must be something to that because they seem to be having almost a meltdown when they realize we don't care for all of them.
Yeah.
They have a fucking meltdown over it.
Well, let me wake up the confused white folk. White folk, where the fuck with y'all?
Yeah.
We don't. We be nice to y'all, and most times, just because we don't, you know, want to go out our way to be nasty. A lot of us be nice to y'all because we feel like we have to, because y'all in some type of position where if we do treat y'all the way we want to treat y'all, we may lose our job or some shit like that. So that's really all that it is, white folks, that we're in the system of white supremacy and we force, a lot of us are. I mean, we got to be honest, a lot of us are forced to act like they like white folks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to, they force you to act like you like your boss. Mm-hmm. Not really, nope.
Right, exactly. I can't stand that motherfucker. That motherfucker, and I don't work for a white man.
yeah, you know, but I gotta get paid. So
good morning. So yeah, but yeah.
How are you today?
Yeah, you know, I gotta say what's up. Good morning. I want to say, man, fuck you. I still want to be in my bed, but you can't do that.
I gotta walk in there and say, "Good morning. How are you? Oh, did you have a wonderful vacation?"
Right.
Oh, good. And then when I walk out of there, I'm like, oh, that miserable motherfucker.
Miserable, lazy ass cracker. I ain't even clean up shit. You knew you had movers coming, you dusty bitch.
Yeah, you know.
That's what I do.
But, you know,
that's what I do.
I remember Phil did a hangout last year, and I forgot what kind of question he posed to them. And their answer was, we just want black people to love us. What the fuck? But
God dang.
Just want black people to love us.
I mean, come on. You enslaved us, you beat us, you lynched us, you steal our money, you steal our land, you rape us, you kill us, you fuck with us nonstop, and you want us to love you? What kind of crazy shit is that?
Yeah.
Brenda, we don't even have to go back centuries. We can go based on shit going on now. You massive.
Well, of course.
The last 20 years, you done just put crack in the motherfucking community.
Right. Wait a minute, fam. Go back the last 5 minutes, and I bet you.
We could find some unarmed black person that was killed.
Right, the last 5 days you done fucked up, and it's so yeah. Look.
Well, yes. Well, right now, in the last 5 minutes, some white person has fucked with some black person.
Yep. You gonna cut on CNN, and Trump just tweeted. There you go.
That's right.
Another white person that fucked up.
Yep.
So
They want us to love them.
yeah, we not gonna love you, motherfucker. You should be happy we don't kill you on sight, right?
And the reason why we haven't is because we don't have enough money to get the guns to do the job.
Exactly. Well, no, don't tell them that. They won't give us our reparations.
No,
We don't do it.
They ain't gonna give us our reparations. We taking that shit. Okay, they ain't gonna give us nothing.
We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to take the gun.
We're gonna have to take it.
Yeah.
Because
They're giving us nothing.
Yeah.
They owe us more than anybody.
They owe us that, but we're gonna have to take it. Because you know they coming up with every goddamn excuse on Earth and every other planet in our little universe why they shouldn't pay us reparations, and none of their excuses make any logical sense.
No,
they paid everybody else.
It never makes sense. Never.
They have to pay what they owe. They're gonna have to pay what they owe. It's what it is. And if they don't, they're gonna have to suffer the consequences.
Mm-hmm. And that's why we need to, hold their feet to the fire this election.
Right.
We sit back and say, hey, you want 4 more years to Trump? Where's our check?
Yep. And you black electorates too.
Yep. Exactly. Like how bad do you want, the White House to be clear to this man? What it's gonna cost you some money.
Mm-hmm.
You want us to go to the polls and vote for your ass? Where's our check?
Yep. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
And I like how they hold up Mitch McConnell, y'all. Trump was talking all that shit, and they were asking Mitch McConnell, how come you not saying anything to Trump about talking all that, send her back? And he didn't really want to comment. And they said, Mitch McConnell, your wife is from Taiwan. How would you? Somebody said,
yeah, when they're gonna send her ass back?
Right. Hey. They asked him, and he looked like somebody choked him after.
Too, Lisa, I laughed my ass off and got to clapping. That motherfucker looked like he was trapped in an elevator with a mass murderer. I said, this motherfucker looks lost right now.
Were his little turtle eyes bugging out of his head when they said that to him?
A deer in the headlights, Brenda, when they said that to him.
And I tell your wife.
I'm so glad they said that to him. I am so glad.
Motherfucker, you can't get sideways. Your wife ain't from here, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they say.
You know what, LBZ? Trump's wife ain't from here either.
Right. That's what I keep saying.
That's another one that need to go back.
I don't care how many mail order catalogs you got her out of and how much you paid to ship her here. Look, contraband is contraband when they find out.
Right. They should have been sending Melania's ass back and McConnell's ass back, wife back, and a whole shitload of them got them imports that they brought in here. Okay.
Trump's first wife was an import too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. She was an import. Yep. That's Ivanka's mother.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But they caught Mitch McConnell up like that, and he looked like a deer in the headlights when they asked him that question. I loved it.
Well, I love the new name they came up with for him, and now they're calling him Moscow Mitch because he didn't want to pass that bill to stop the Russians from messing with our elections. So that's his new name, Moscow Mitch.
Moscow Mitch out this motherfucker.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And my name for Trump has always been Soviet Agent 0045. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, but you got to see. Do you ever see him around?
Agent 45.
Yeah. Did you ever?
Soviet Agent 0045. Yep.
Did you ever see Trump around Putin?
Well, actually, when he is around Putin,
Trump act like be around Putin. Just watch him when he goes around. He act like a damn groupie.
Oh, he acts like a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
he acts like he is kissing the ground Putin walks on.
No. He can't wait to get behind the closed door so he can go, unzip and do what he got to do for his man Putin. Yep. Yeah, Putin short too. Yeah. He can get down on his knees. Do his thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he swallowed.
Yeah. But I tell you, yeah, he's a definite bitch boy around Putin.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He acts like a total bitch around him. And he even act that way around Kim Jong-un.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know this. The lawyer for Kennedy, Chappaquiddick case dies in a crash.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that man had to be old as fuck.
Oh, my God. Exactly. Damn.
Man, I ain't heard anything about Chappaquiddick.
Chappaquiddick, I know. So now he died the same way she did.
Yeah, in a crash.
An alleged crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, the car ended up in the water with her, but he managed to get out.
And walk away.
And walk away.
And went home like it was nothing.
Yeah. He probably was dry too when they found him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! My car just went in the water and I managed to escape. Oh, but why are your clothes dry? Oh, I'm a Kennedy.
Yeah. Oh, boo. I just got away.
I got out of the car and I walked on the water.
Yeah,
get wet.
Exactly. Yeah, but I swam up to the top and swam out of the lake, and but my clothes are perfectly dry. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, then why did you call the police? Well, I was tired. I wanted to go to bed.
Yeah, I wanted to go to bed, so I decided to park the car in the lake. Okay, with the lady in the car. Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot she was in there.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that's some crazy shit.
Oh, the crimes that these people get away with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And continue to get away with it.
Mm-hmm. Every second of the day, they're committing some kind of crime. Every second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I said all the shit I said on my podcast. I be talking all kinds of shit over there, Brenda.
Now that I know how to get hooked up with it, I will definitely check it out. Go to the community tab and check it out.
Hell yeah.
Because we got to be careful what we say on ZooTube.
Yeah. We with the ultra sensitive ones over here. Look, LVZ got kicked off just for saying Peckerwood, and the insult to injury. That's what they call themselves.
They call themselves that,
right?
Yeah, like I made the shit up.
Yeah,
I'm repeating some shit.
Think about it. What black person would come up with the term Peckerwood?
Right.
We wouldn't.
And the reason why most black people knew about that is because some of them went to jail, and that's how they found out that they had called white, supremacist group called Peckerwood.
Yeah. And we thought that shit was the stupidest shit ever. And said, you know what? Peckerwood, we will call you that.
Yeah.
Well, they come up with all kinds of stupid names to themselves. Razorback.
Yeah.
Hoosiers. All kinds of stupid shit. Now, black people ain't coming up with this garbage.
No.
That is no bullshit.
On top of that, Brenda, they actually get Peckerwood tattooed on their ass. It's ridiculous. They're getting mad at you over something that they say about themselves.
Well, yeah, they're exactly. They came up with this.
The nerve of you calling me what I call myself.
Yeah, and they came up with Hitler, but you can't mention Hitler. But they came up with Hitler.
Right.
When I was doing my film,
we didn't come up with Hitler.
No.
They nigga evil.
But you know what, Brenda and LVZ, when I was doing my family tree during those times during slavery, there were a lot of people south of that name. A lot of them. When you go to the U.S. Census, there were a lot of people with the last name Hitler down in the Carolinas, in Florida, Georgia, all over the South.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they had to change that shit after World War II. Yeah, I know. They had to change it. There was probably a whole bunch of Gorings and Himmlers and all that other shit down there too. You know,
no shit. That's must change my name.
We have to change the family name. We got to change the shit.
Richard.
Yeah, you know, Leroy Hitler. We got to Leroy. We got to change your name.
That nigga Leroy Hitler. Leroy Richardson name.
I feel sorry for them black people that was on that plantation.
Make no sense. Yeah.
Bubba Hitler. Bubba, we got to change the last name.
No bullshit. Bubba Hitler.
Yeah.
Damn. You can see that. All right, we got Harris, Hines, Hitler. See, that don't even sound good in the gym line.
Yeah, they had to change that, and they changed those names in a heartbeat too. They don't, you know, they just write a letter, and you know, mail it to some you know, attorney and say my name now is, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if they did all of that, Brenda, because you think about the Civil War. I don't know who they would have mailed that letter to, because the South was tore up.
Yeah, they tore that up. Yeah, because General Sherman tore up everything. So they just decided, they just changed their name. You know.
Make no damn sense. Peckerwood's got a long history of Peckerwood.
Oh yeah. LVZ Peckerwoodery. Yes.
Yeah, the Peckerwoodery is real. Look, we won't have no time for this Peckerwoodism and this Peckerwoodery all around this junction. Now look, get away from here with that Peckerwood foolishness.
What in the Peckerwood is going on around here?
Oh, bullshit. Look, Paul Mooney said they made a song about it. I'm going to change it. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a Peckerwood by his Look, they made a song about us using the word nigga. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yeah.
The nigga by. Because look, they changed it to catch a tiger. Now, who the fuck catching the tiger?
Yeah, that's bullshit. You know that's bullshit.
And besides, tigers don't have toes; they got claws.
They got claws
and also tigers are not they're not native creatures to the Americas. Okay,
Right.
They're not native to the Americas. So where the fuck would you get a tiger in order to catch it by its toe? Please.
Exactly. So
Please.
stop all this Peckerwoodism.
Stop all this bullshit.
There go more Peckerwoodery right there. Look,
Right.
we know.
Yeah. It's because
Peckerwood.
tigers are over in Asia. Okay.
Right.
They ain't no tigers in South Carolina.
Hey, hey, look, only Panthers is Cam Newton. Nigga. Stop this.
All right, one more announcement before we go. Now you all know I have channel memberships where you can join. And starting August 1st, I'm going to be doing Black History leading up to the 20th, which is officially the 400-year mark.
Ooh,
Man.
wow, that's awesome.
And that's going to be for the people that are members. But I'm going to try to have LVZ and Brenda back so we can go over the history together.
Let's do it.
Okay.
It's
Thank
a
you.
lot of
Thank
history
you,
we
Queen.
can talk about.
That's right. Let's do it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Our history is vast and important.
Yes.
Yes. And when August 20th comes, everybody be all over demanding our reparations. Let's spend that whole day demanding our reparations.
Yeah, August.
Yeah, August
That is gonna be that's gonna be wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
No matter what they say, you put reparations. They could be talking about toilet paper, you talking about reparations. They could be talking about mowing the lawn, we're talking about reparations. To hell with that.
That's the big R day.
And when they come trolling you, you troll them back, asking, demanding your reparations. Where the fuck
Exactly.
Where's my fucking check?
What
It
the hell?
take it.
You're trolling. Where's my fucking? You need to be going for my reparations.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. If you ain't got a check, we can't talk.
That's right. Where's my fucking check, bitch?
That's right. So that's what you do with trolls from now on. Every time they come trolling you, and you say, "Where the fuck is my rep? Why ain't you getting my check?"
No, we just say, "Where's my fucking check, bitch?"
Yeah. That's how you respond to them from now on. No matter what they write, nigger. Fuck that. Where's my goddamn
Check. You can type all the niggas you want, but you better type Mr. But you better not put that on my check because that's not my name.
That's right. That's right.
Well, LBZ, that sound like a sound check. Sound check. Check.
Check. Yep. Make it look. Make it sound like you. Make it sound like we fixing the mic. Check. That's what I'm talking about.
Mike. But yeah. From the month of August, we all gonna always respond to them. No matter what they say to us, we're gonna be responding back about our check. Where
that sounds fantastic.
This is what we collect
No bullshit.
all over the internet.
Exactly. What about black on black now? What about my check?
My fucking check.
Yeah, where's my check? What about black on black crime?
Look, I said, what? You give me my check, I stop buying guns.
That's right. You give me my check, I won't cuss another black person out. Give me
yeah, give me mine. How about that? Can I have mine?
Direct deposit, bitch.
Right.
Okay. That's right. So that's how we respond to trolls from now on, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Direct deposit.
Because that's useless. Whenever they come around us, let's give them a reason.
Yep.
Why they came around. You came around because you need to tell me when you gonna give me my reparations.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you showed up around here, because you need to give me my fucking money.
Mm-hmm.
I need my check.
We don't need no more other conversations with them other than pay me my damn check.
And each one of you that trolls, the amount that you owe us goes up by $1,000. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. So look,
troll.
Cause you just adding on to the stress,
right,
and trauma. That's all you do.
Right.
We do from here on out, going up to 400 years. Everything they say to us, it's all about our check. That's it. It ain't about nothing else but our check.
That's right.
Spread the word, everybody. Spread the
word. Sounds good. That sounds good. That's right. I'm not going to argue philosophy with you.
Nope.
I'm not going to do nothing. I'm just
no debating about. Hey, Trump should be check. Check. I don't want to hear nothing about no Trump. I want a check.
That's right. Where's my money? Fuck Trump. Money.
Talk to me about no damn Trump. Check.
You owe. That's how you respond to him.
What?
Oh well, did you hear about Trump's son got spit on in a restaurant? Fuck that. Where's my check?
Did they get my check? And guess what that person got at that restaurant? A check. And then, guess what they asked for at the end of that restaurant? Right. Check. So treat me like I'm the restaurant. Check.
And then when they come around LVZ and say Eminem is the best rapper of all times, fuck that. Where's my check?
Yeah,
I don't want to hear all that. I need a check. Look. That's all well and good. You got a check.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that real good.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And every holiday that comes up, what's the next big holiday that's coming up?
Check day.
That's right.
Check day. It's gonna be check day. Check day.
Labor Day is now check day.
Holiday.
Yeah.
What's the day? Check day. Look, when they say good morning to you, you say check. Good morning. It'd be a lot better. You gave my check.
Around you,
Yeah.
Lisa Cabrera hates white people. Fuck that. Where's my check?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do.
Right.
Yeah, I would just say to them, you know, I don't hate white people. I just want to get paid. Where's my check? You know,
Right.
so the next time a troll comes in the comment section, y'all know what to do. You gang up on them for our check. That's what you do.
Right. I'm about to say you need to be putting some on the PayPal channel. You need to be.
So when Octaman likes going to all the black channels, so when he shows up, you just bombard him with where's
Right.
my fucking check? Fuck all that shit you're talking. Where's my check?
Right. Put some on the PayPal, homie. I need that.
Here's my Cash App.
Yeah, I'm about to say, look, you want to do all this trolling, Cash App me.
That's right.
You got the Cash App meter. I'm sorry.
That's
yeah,
right.
and I do accept bank transfers.
Exactly. Right. I want mine straight in. As soon as it goes ching, you can continue to troll. But I need that Cash App or that check home. I need basically hashtag I needs mine.
Yeah, and
Right.
Van Jones will get on TV and tell black folks they need to sacrifice and
Well, he needs to sacrifice his check. Hashtag give us ours.
we already getting his check because he's on the list.
Well, there you go. See, that's why he talk about we don't need no check. He don't want us to have more money than him.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
Exactly.
We confiscating your check, Van. Okay, your check is our check. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, man. Van just bought a party pack of Newport Slurry.
Right.
And actually, he don't need a check because all he's gonna do is give it to his ex wife, you know, his ex Becky. So you don't need a check because that's just more that's going to her.
Right.
So,
He's gonna come out there and cry. Please come back to me. I just want you to come back.
So everybody, that's what we do from now on. We don't want no fucking conversation. We don't care what you're talking about. I hate niggers. We don't care about that. Where's my fucking check?
Mm-hmm.
That's how we respond from now on.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
All right, y'all. Thank you for coming. And
True Roy wrote in, run me my money, bitch.
Yeah,
damn right.
True Royal, I'll call you when this is done.
True Royal.
All of y'all have a wonderful day, and those of you that are roasting like me, stay cool.
You know it.
Okay, Queen Lisa, LVZ. I don't know where KD is, but anyway, love you, fam.
Love y'all too, man. Love y'all, and man, hashtag give us ours.
Give us ours. That's right.
Hand the